good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending where you are domiciled in this world. I sincerely greet you and also welcome you to today's program. So please, as I welcome you this today's program, I want you to welcome another person anytime you watch the program by like and share and also comment. I am one of your own, we former Biafra TV, currently using a name USB Research TV. USB Research TV. So I want to urge you to please do me only one big favor, like and share the program, and also touch the emoji love whenever you want to watch the program or whenever the program comes across your YouTube page or anywhere you are watching. Please like and share. By doing so, you are sincerely sending the message to the world to listen to us. But on that note, I want to send my humble greeting to the man I called my president, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, to the man I called my prime minister, Simon Iba Njoko, to that mother, Dr. Ngozi Orabueze, the acting head of state, the chief of staff, the surrogate, protect the mandate. My greetings from my location to three of you and all the cabinet members, and to Mazi Ushe and the Okenwa. I use two of you as point of contact to the rest of the cabinet members. So I salute and I greet all of you for good job to make sure that the world receive the document of United States of Biafra that was declared on November the 20th, 2024. So I salute and I greet all of you. I greet those in the comment section. Chibuzede, I greet you. He stand on the protocol, on the law that guide this platform. Hashtag, I am a citizen of United States of Biafra Nation, USBG. Yes. And he also complete the mission by standing on the protocol at last. Hashtag, Nigeria must go out of United States of Biafra land because Biafra was redeclared on November 20, 1924 in Lahti, Finland. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. I also greet you, Ojimba Ikenna. I greet you, and as I welcome you, please welcome one another. Whenever you share, you like the program, is how you are helping the message to go viral. So it is very, very important at this time. If you really watch this page, I focus on things that concern international law. And after Biafran War, 1967 to 1970, because of we ignore international law protocol, is why Biafra is not a full nation. That is why Biafra is not a full nation. Because of what? we lag behind the template of having Biafra as a country. We only trying to depend on ourselves and think things that we look at, we know it. That is why when you look at social media today and look at things that is happening and what we are doing, then you will sincerely understand it clearly with me that none of us is talking about international. None of us is talking about international law. None of us is talking about the protocol, the rules that guides the game. Everything has a rules, has existing law that guides it up. And because of what guides the rule, once you are playing a game and you stand on existing law of that game, believe you me, you are going to win the game. And whatever you are doing about the game will be in according. Whenever you committed a foul, you will see the referee blowing whistle, sometimes give you a card because you have gone out of the rules that guides the game. The same thing, having Biafra as a country has an existing protocol. Before we start fighting to have Biafra as a country, people has passed the route and used the law as guidance to guide them, for them to be able to achieve their own country. But because of we are really from the first stage on the side of the ignorance of this law, that is why we have messed up. That is why we are lacking behind since all these years. It's not just a child's play. That is why it is very, very sacrosanct, very important at this stage, now that we are back on the terms, the rules, the guideline, the existing protocol of how Algeria succeed out of France and become a country, how Namibia beats South Africa hands down and have Namibia as a country. We have been under the same road that Ethiopia used after they have lost their country. We have also been on the same plate how Eritrea used international law, succeed out of Ethiopia. We are on that road now, how international law comes in for Somalia, for Somaliland to bypass Somalia and become their own country. We are on that legal track, how South Sudan bypass and achieve their country out of Sudan. These are the existing protocol. People has gone through it and achieved their country. Whatsoever that we are passing through today is what people has passed through in the past and present today. There is, when you are fighting for your nation that you lost, whether it's from black and white color, the case out of that moment that you have never achieved it is peculiar. So our case is also very, very peculiar. Because of what? We have never followed the guideline, the protocol that controls the game. We have never followed how Belgium used government in exile as the first country ever in this world to achieve Belgium as a country after they have lost it in the hands of colonial master, Soviet Union and Germany. After they have lost their country, there is a road they followed. The road is not straight. The road is coming with a lot of challenges, a lot of changes, a lot of betrayers, a lot of things that are not supposed to be that happen in their movement. Narrow it down to Africa. There is a road that when Nelson Mandela was in prison for 27 years, those that planted their faith to end apartheid regime, where Nelson Mandela was in prison, they followed number one road is transition into an exile. They formed their government in exile. They issue a redeclare of South Africa by condemning the South Africa apartheid regime, and the issue a redeclare of a loss into a new one. Like when you found your lost property, it becomes in your eyes a new one. Many countries that have lost their country in the past, all of them at a stage. Do you know why at a stage that a country called Namibia that got their own from South Africa? The Namibian people is human being like us. The people of South Africa that end up tied to regime, remember, they are black people in South. They are not white. That is why following that template on that law, by transition, for you to follow the law first, the law is not in the protest. The law did not guide organization, but the law, all existing protocol of all the international treaties and lobbies and things that surrenders their law. When it comes to this body of this law, we talk about Geneva Convention of 1944, 1949, as amended 1977, existing protocol of it. When that one passes by the side, you talk about Vienna Convention of 1961 down to 2021 as amended. If that wasn't enough, you talk about Montevideo Convention. In general, of all the articles, talk about government in exile, issue declaration, population, and the government in exile, you identify your trajectory, and all of them. Our mistake was that there is, after we have lost the war, there is no transition. When Ojukwu run to Ivory Coast, it's a pure opportunity to form government in exile. That is transition that South Africa made under Nelson Mandela. That is transition that Namibia did under South Africa. That is transition that Angola did in their own time. That is transition that Ethiopia did in their own time. That is transition Somaliland did against Somalia. That is transition that South Sudan did against Sudan. That is transition that Mozambique in Africa did. That is transition that is Algeria, named them in Africa. They all transitioned. Our case is peculiar because we did not transition. Because why do I say so? If I go back to check, from 1960 down to 1990 to 1991, over 60 countries that transitioned to exile, all of them are shield recognition. They are a nation today fully. That's word transition. What was the first mistake that we undermined? That is how, after we have lost the war, we undermine the protocol, how we can get it back. If people that know what they want, like Namibia, Algeria, Eritrea, Ethiopia, Kenya, Somalia, Somaliland, and name them in Africa, all these countries in Africa, don't happen to them. Let me give you an example of one. Namibia have organization that was even before SWAPO they was using. That organization was like IPOB. They want to form a political pressure that will be mounting pressure on South Africa. Once the chairman give to them, they all go down. Waiting for next turn of election again, they will start making noise. That is for them, like exactly IPOB. Then the real SWAPO that issued declaration protest for only 3 years and 10 months. Had it clearly from me. I said they only protest for 3 years and 10 months. They transition them into exile in Egypt, Angola, Zambia is where they transition into exile. As they transition into exile, they now form official government in exile. They did not form government in exile in the territory of South Africa. No. They used the organization name, walked away from territory of South Africa. And when they enter Egypt, Angola, Zambia, they now form a government in exile. From there, they issue a date of 1960, their declaration day. After their declaration, they bypass Washington, D.C. for them to achieve recognition. They never use one lobby or any congressman. Their Minister of Foreign Affairs please, I urge you for one favor. They have come. They have come. Please, help me to touch the emoji love, please. They have come. You can see. They have come like this is what we are seeing since over 3 days now. Attack. So please, I urge you only but one thing, please. Help me touch the emoji love that you see. Those that are there is what I need for you to help me and touch. Once you start touching it now, they will leave. So YouTube now, people are watching really. They might also sometimes turn, yes, you see, as you are liking it now, the like is increasing. As you're touching that emoji love, the like about the program is increasing. So please touch all those things that are there for them to give us space to continue our program. You see what happened right now? We will never surrender for them. We will never go back down for them. We have come and we have come. That is one thing I want to understand. So, I want you to understand that all these countries in Africa, that they did what? Go and check history of Africa. They all transitioned. They formed government in exile. They issue redeclare or declaration of their nation. Without a declaration, you can never be a country. No organization in this world, nobody or any individual have used individual movement to achieve recognition for a country. It can never happen. It's only when you form a full structure of a government. That is when you are going to achieve your nation. And the mistakes that have been made, we must be happy that all these mistakes are from the after 1960s, after 1970, that through U.S. declared that all this mistake has been corrected. That is why we are now under our government in exile that have issued official declaration, and that is why we are moving forward. So, bringing you to the program of today, straight away, Remember the headline of today's program. After 1967 to 1970, ignoring international law is why Biafra is not a full nation. We have over-ignored this. And the dangers of ignoring international law is what we are seeing. That is why we said our case is peculiar. We used many years play ignorance on the law, on the protocol. We did not stand on the road that the world will hear from us. We did not stand on the road that the world will understand that what we want is Biafra as a nation. A mistake of long-time agitation with IPOB is a danger that we face, but this danger was being removed. Immediately we are about to Simon Ebanjoku take over the movement and issue a peaceful redeclaration of our lost country. That is how we got it right. That is why today we can talk. That is why today Biafra map is back to the map of the world. Remember that all these years of protests of under IPOB, under Masob, have you ever seen where they remove the plight of Biafra, put the plight of Bonnie? Do you know about it? Because of our declared, which is legal, the plight of Bonnie has removed back and put the plight of Biafra. That wasn't enough. The map that was removed from the map of the world has gone back to the map of the world with the name arrow pointing. United States of Biafra. I hope you can see now we are on that right track. How every country in Africa followed and was be able to achieve the recognition fully. That is the road that we are following today. That is where we are. We have now standing on the protocol. We have now maintained all the existing protocol of the world. Without maintaining all this protocol, I must tell you that whatever we think that we are doing, that we are just making noise. Like Obatobie told you and I, that without this peaceful redeclaration document, that we are just an organization that are disturbing the atmosphere, that we are just making a full noise. And the word to remove us from anybody tagging us terrorists is a peaceful redeclaration of United States of Biafra as our own nation that are right now seeking for international recognition for us to have our own full nation back. Anybody who is doubting it should look at law. And I am here to give you all the full law that supports only one government in exile that issue or feature peaceful redeclaration based on 21st century protocol and all the international law. That is why the world can now understand and also realize, oh, that they are serious. They are no longer making noise. They have come back to their senses. They have proved that they know their capacity and they know the right how to get to their country. That is why, as we have done it already, the world will bring us back to the map of the world. And out of all governments in exile in the world, US was recognized fully as one of the most effective governments in exile. And that is the only government in exile that is in the list of the world that are seeking for international recognition. You can't eat your cake and have it back. You can't write your exam and mark it by yourself. So those that examine us, give us the criteria, give us the law, what we have to do if we really want to achieve Biafra as a country. And that simply means that we should not supposed to be adamant and living under the excuse of ignorance. Because of we are living under excuse of ignorance of how Biafra should be a country, that is why nobody talks about us. That is why nobody is in our cases. That's why it will allow us to suffer from over all these years. Because of what? We are adamant inside of law, and our ignorance is and the stupidity is what we embrace and we hold it very tight. That is why I want you to sincerely know that what happened in Nigeria today is not just a genocide. It is agenda of Islamization. And the way we end this Islamization is United States of Biafra recognition as a full nation. That is only what will get us this Biafra as a nation. Without us standing on all the existing protocol, if you like, scream. If you like, Nigeria should buy us or kill us 10,000 a day. The world will not intervene. The world will say, this is an internal matter. We are talking about what to remove it from internal matter, put it under the level of international. And which is what US declared is the only one thing that has changed our case as a local domestic cases or internal problem of one Nigeria. We make it out that this is no longer internal problem. That is an international case that we are facing. So that is why I'm calling on you for you to understand it clearly that it's only you as we declared is the only reason why we have come back to the level of the international guideline. That is why today things have started changing, things have started moving fine. So I ask you to endeavor to do what? To support this government. Use all you have to support. Use all your mind and say the truth at all times. Do not run propaganda, but stand on a legal path, which is the legal path is what? United States of Biafra declared. That is what? That is full legal part of it. And that's why I said it on my chart that IPOB is illegality. Masob, illegality. Fake brig, illegality. Fake CRC, illegality. And any of them, the affliction that will never rise again. Said what? They are all affliction that will never rise again. So I want you as a fellow Biafran to understand clearly where we are at this stage and why the only US will declared is the only way that we have met the level and what they are looking for us is all this year. So they can do talk about us. And you can bear me witness that the world right now is talking about Biafra as a nation. The world is talking about it. And now, as the world is talking about it, or even France, even Israel, the center point will come. Where is your government structure? Where is your foreign minister of affairs? The IPOB has a foreign minister of affairs. You don't know what's government in exile? This is a high time that you, as a Biafran, decide to rethink. Ekwesịghị ka e were ebe wee na-aṅụ garị na ọ ga-akara gị mma na ijiri aka gị nwa na onwe gị nwa mee gịnị gbapụ wepụ aka enwe n'ofe ọgara gị aka mmadụ. Because anything that we are doing here, we will use it to judge you in Biafra land. Because that time, our local law should be implemented fully. It should be what? Implemented fully. And as that is implementing, that is why I want any one of us and everyone to know when you see those that are messing up, do not panic. That is why you have constitution. So it is very, very important for you to understand that you have only one government in exile, did not have two. I said, You have, under the Constitution of International Law, you have only one. There is no two there. So I urge you to keep on standing on your mandate, to keep on supporting US being declared as your only nation. Are you still panicking? Let me tell you, like we did yesterday, those things that are happening in Israel by Rachel, by what Miss Rachel Nwosu, I want you to know she's doing a good job. But she must understand that she is creating a full awareness for USB redeclared. Please, as you join us, I sincerely want you to do what? Sincerely want you to like and share the program and to touch the emoji love. So if the attack is coming, so YouTube will also resist the attack by letting those who are attacking us to know that people like the program and those people are watching. That is why we cry for this emoji love and all those that are there. They are not removing any money from you also. Please endeavor for the program to continue. And remember that your comments also helping to make the world to see the message so they can be able to follow us up. It is very, very important at this stage. So I call on you to do me that favor for this message to go viral. So based on that, we are going to go into our full research of today's program. I want to give what I have here for you. That I want to let you know that whatever that we are doing under USB is right. But I want to start with reminding you one thing. I want to start with reminding you only but one thing. What is that one thing? That USB has sent a lot of documents to up to 200 something country in the world. USB redeclared document with USB constitution. These are things that we go together with our self-referendum vote, with all the evidences. Honestly. Yes, what she is doing under the international law is creating awareness to support USB declared. The world, no country, like we did yesterday, law prohibits any country to give one citizen the recognition of a country. It can never, they said it can never happen anywhere. That it must go under a full structure of a government in exile. That is how it's going to go. And what has not happened before cannot see us and change. The protocol, they said that the protocol must be observed. That is why our headline is, what is holding us is we have ignored all international law and be doing what we think, how we feel. We expose ourselves. That is all we are doing. Like Nekachimezi has come out again. That is what they want us to be saying. But if you have your conscience, then you will know. Now, listen to this as one of the intro. I will not go to explain. We have done the exposition of this program yesterday. I'm just going to play for you to hear how many countries USB has sent documents as they are waiting for recognition. That is why we are a nation in waiting for recognition. Listen to this as I begin to play it right now. This is my question on what I want to play is, how many countries did United States of Biafra, USB, send declaration document for full international recognition? Let us find out. And what is happening in Israel, why they can talk. Our sister or our wife, Rachel, wants to understand that when Biafra was never declared, the way Israel is championing Biafra right now is not the way, because of what? Israel has already received the document of USB. You will hear it here. Listen to this. You remember that Saturday our DPM mentioned that over 200 something countries have received USB declared documents. So listen to this.
When a self-declared government or government in exile, such as the United States of Biafra /BRGIE, prepares a formal redeclaration or petition for statehood, the document is formatted as a standardized diplomatic note verbal, and dispatched broadly across international channels. Distribution scope for international outreach. While exact postal receipts vary by diplomatic campaign, Official administrative outreach strategies for the United States of Biafra, USB, target the complete international community. All 193 UN member states. Copies of the Declaration, Constitution, and Diplomatic Cover Notes are addressed to the Ministries of Foreign Affairs, MFAs, of every United Nations member state. The 55 African Union, AU countries. Formal communications are dispatched to all AU member states, with specific focus on major regional powers, such as South Africa, Egypt, Kenya, Ethiopia, Morocco, and Algeria. The 15 ECOWAS member states. Outreach is targeted at regional neighbors in West Africa, e.g., Ghana, Senegal, Cote d'Ivoire, Liberia, Sierra Leone, etc., along with the ECOWAS Commission, major global powers, including Israel. Specialized diplomatic packets are routed directly to the foreign ministries of primary global powers, including Israel, the United States, the United Kingdom, France, Russia, China, and European Union member nations. Submission versus formal recognition. It is important to distinguish between sending a submission and receiving formal recognition. 1. Unilateral dispatch, 190 plus nations. The USB administration sends its redeclaration documents, maps, and constitutional frameworks to over 190 sovereign nations, including Israel. 2. Current recognition status. To date, no UN member state, including Israel or any global power, has extended formal bilateral state recognition to the United States of Biafra entity. Under public international law, such as the Montevideo Convention, receiving or logging incoming diplomatic mail at a foreign ministry protocol desk does not constitute legal recognition. Formal recognition requires an explicit, official announcement by a host state's executive branch and the formal establishment of bilateral diplomatic relations.
I hope that you listen. You know, I was always saying this, that for now, from January 2026, they refuse to open it. How many countries that USB has sent official document? Precisely on December 20, Israel, through our office of our Minister of Foreign Affairs, received USB document of peaceful declaration on what's happened in Helsinki, Latvia, Finland, on November 29, 2024. They received the documents. They did what? They received what? The document in their hand. So if whatever that happened today, after every awareness, after everything, it will come down to, where is your government? Where is what? Where is your government? I am also going to prove to you that law said that no country will grant any organization without a peaceful declaration, recognition of a nation. And they will never grant it to any private citizen, no matter how smart or whatever she or he does. That it must come from, confirmed through the office of the Prime Minister, or the office of the government in exile leader, or from the Minister of Foreign Affairs. This is the way it will come. And the signing, they said, when you have president, is president and the Foreign Minister of Affairs will sign. When the president is not there, the Prime Minister will sign with the same Foreign Minister of Affairs, because when a Prime Minister signs, the Prime Minister will, under the law, the Prime Minister will give to Minister of Foreign Affairs. Nothing concerns lobby and congressmen on this. That is why they call it what? The law of country to country to achieve recognition from your fellow country. They call it what? On the other side, they call it state to state diplomatic engagement. That is why in Burkina Faso, in Adi Burkina Faso 2025, you see USB diplomatic movement in Burkina Faso. Nobody will lobby, no congressman, no lobby for us to submit this document. It's we, the country, we do it by ourselves. And I am telling you today that US really declared the document of our new nation that already declared have been over with how many countries? Over 193. In that 193, you have Africa, over 55 African Union AU countries. Formally, communication are dispatched to all AU member states, which specifically focus on major regional powers such as South Africa, Egypt, Kenya, Ethiopia, Morocco, and Algeria. They have all received USB redeclared documents. Hope you are following. So you can see that the government is pushing hard. I want to tell you this: anything that you are doing as an individual or not enough organization of IPOB, you are creating more awareness for USB. So please continue creating your awareness. Because when it cuts down that where is the government in exile, where is the structure of this, what is the other one, then you fail. That is why you must understand where at this stage. I will play it quickly once again. Record the numbers of the countries so you can use to defeat all enemies that comes across you before we go move on again.
When a self-declared government or government in exile, such as the United States of Biafra /BRGIE, prepares a formal redeclaration or petition for statehood, the document is formatted as a standardized diplomatic note verbal, and dispatched broadly across international channels. Distribution scope for international outreach. While exact postal receipts vary by diplomatic campaign, official administrative outreach strategies for the United States of Biafra (USB) target the complete international community. All 193 UN member states. Copies of the Declaration, Constitution, and diplomatic cover notes are addressed to the Ministries of Foreign Affairs (MFAs) of every United Nations member state. The 55 African Union (AU) countries. Formal communications are dispatched to all AU member states, with specific focus on major regional powers, such as South Africa, Egypt, Kenya, Ethiopia, Morocco, and Algeria. The 15 ECOWAS member states. Outreach is targeted at regional neighbors in West Africa, e.g., Ghana, Senegal, Cote d'Ivoire, Liberia, Sierra Leone, etc., along with the ECOWAS Commission, major global powers, including Israel. Specialized diplomatic packets are routed directly to the foreign ministries of primary global powers, including Israel, the United States, the United Kingdom, France, Russia, China, and European Union member nations. Submission versus formal recognition. It is important to distinguish between sending a submission and receiving formal recognition. 1. Unilateral dispatch, 190 plus nations. The USB administration sends its redeclaration documents, maps, and constitutional frameworks to over 190 sovereign nations, including Israel. 2. Current recognition status. To date, no UN member state, including Israel or any global power, has extended formal bilateral state recognition to the United States of Biafra entity. Under public international law, such as the Montevideo Convention, receiving or logging incoming diplomatic mail at a foreign ministry protocol desk does not constitute legal recognition. Formal recognition requires an explicit, official announcement by a host state's executive branch and the formal establishment of bilateral diplomatic relations.
And we make it clear to you. Did you hear that any country that recognizes USB? The answer is no. They make it open that we have only submitted, waiting for them to grant such recognition in their own due time. I hope you heard it clearly. But to be confirmed that all this message has been sent already. That is it. Now, let us go to this. This is my question. After declaration of a lost country, who will submit document of international recognition? Who will submit the document? And from who do they receive it from? Now listen, so let us find out who is in their hands to submit this document. What our sister, Miss Nwosu, is doing is very wonderful and a good job. But the question is, what is the document needed to submit to the Israel parliament? The document should be the redeclaration document with everything. I said what? With everything. After that, you finally said you must come with constitution of your country. So those who want to recognize you must read the constitution. So in over 193 to 55 to 15, you have sent documents. They send both our constitution up to that number because the constitution must go with the redeclaration document. That is how it goes. So I hope you understand it clearly. And I hope you are listening. So, like I said, let us go on who we send the document. It's very important. It's very important because why am I doing this? I found out that our problem or my problem before was undermining the protocol, was undermining the law that governs a new nation, that was undermining how we can achieve Biafra as a country. Listen to this.
When a newly declared state seeks international recognition, official diplomatic submissions must follow strict international law protocols. 1. Who submits the document? Under international law, the request must be issued and signed by one of the three officials who hold automatic full powers,
Listen,
ex officio, to represent a state internationally. The head of state, the head of government, Prime Minister, the Minister of Foreign Affairs, the legal authority, Vienna Convention on the Law of Treaties, 1969, Article 7, Section 2A.
If you think that what I'm doing is concocted story, please type on your phone Vienna Convention 1969, Article 2, Section 2A. Please type it on your phone on the Google. They will give you the answer of what I'm doing here today.
That the head of state, head of government, and Minister for Foreign Affairs are recognized by virtue of their functions as holding full powers to perform all official acts of state representation without needing external authorization. Note: submissions sent by private citizens, NGOs, or unauthorized envoys are rejected by foreign ministries and the UN.
Are you hearing it? So that's why I told you on this is where I base on my argument or my program today. No note submission sent by any private citizen /G plus NGO organization or unauthorized are rejected by the foreign minister and the UN. Is that everything has protocol, everything has procedure, everything has guideline. We must stand on this protocol, on this guideline. Because before we start submitting documents or before you skin whatever you are doing in Israel or anywhere you want to go and do it, people has gone that process. And through that process is what they're expecting us to present. And today, we are seriously presenting it to the world. I hope you hear this for again. Note, they use red market. Note, submission sent by private citizen, NGOs, unauthorized envoys are rejected by foreign minister of the foreign minister and the UN. The foreign minister of Israel can never accept any document from our lovely sister or mother, our wife, Rachel Nwosu. Because of what? It is coming from a private citizen. It is coming from organization. If you use the name for IPOB, it's coming from under organization. It's not coming from under the name of a country. Now, there is an interview I was looking for between Osoji and Rachel Nwosu. He said that it will come down to that they have told her that what is the government? Did the IPOB has a government? Do you know what is called government under international law? A government that will receive recognition must start from having chief of staff, prime minister, minister of information. Every portfolio must be well active and represent before recognition. There is area what they call 24 hours call is to reach to every structure of a government and proving somebody must answer. It says many tests. So let's continue.
Under which international laws, charters, and articles, international recognition operates on two levels: UN membership, global, and bilateral recognition, country to country. A. For admission to the United Nations, global recognition, authority/instrument, legal article/rule. Core requirement, UN Charter. Chapter 2, Article 4, 1 and 2, specifies that membership is open to all peace-loving states accepting charter obligations, decided by the General Assembly upon Security Council recommendation. UN General Assembly Rules of Procedure. Rule 134 dictates that the state must submit an application directly to the UN Secretary-General containing a formal instrument accepting charter duties. UN Security Council Rules of Procedure. Rule 58 requires the formal instrument to be submitted to the Secretary-General for initial Security Council review. B. For bilateral recognition, country to country, authority/instrument.
Now, do you hear that word? B. For bilateral recognition, country to country. It's not from lobby to congressman, no. It is from country. Now it has come the word, look at it here. Country to country. Not by any human being to represent you. You must represent yourself. It's like after you have a year course, you must stand to defend your cause by yourself through a government, through the office of the Minister of Foreign Affairs. He or she is the one in charge.
Article/rule. Core requirement. Montevideo Convention on the Rights and Duties of States, 1933.
Different
Article
laws.
1 and Article 3 defines the legal criteria of statehood, permanent population, defined territory, government, capacity for international relations, and states that recognition is political and unconditional. Vienna Convention on Diplomatic Relations, 1961.
Now, when it's come to the diplomatic recognition, you see this, I always said it here, Vienna Convention. Now, they quoted what? Article 2. When you read on the content of Article 2, codified that the formal establishment of diplomatic recognition between sovereign states take place by a mature consent. Are you hearing it? That is why the only thing that is holding us is over all these years is because of our ignorance on international law protocol. Is why Biafra is not a full nation. Now that we have come back to stand on that, we must be a full nation. Because legal, they did not see us to put a legal part of it. They did not see us to put this way. This protocol has been there before 1967 war. Vienna Convention was introduced in 1961 to 1969. We must understand something.
2 codifies that the formal establishment of diplomatic relations between sovereign states takes place by mutual consent. 3. Standard submission procedure. Head of State/Foreign Minister 1 issues note verbal plus Declaration of Independence plus Constitution 2, delivered via diplomatic courier to Foreign Ministry Protocol Desks 3. Formal application submitted to UN Secretary-General, UN Charter Art 4. 1. Drafting. The Foreign Ministry drafts a formal note verbal accompanied by the nation's Declaration of Independence, Constitution, administrative map, and executive roster. 2. Transmission. The documents are sent via diplomatic courier directly to the Protocol Department of target foreign ministries or submitted directly through an accredited permanent mission to the UN Secretary-General.
I hope you are listening. I am not against our beloved sister, our beloved wife, or beloved mother, Rachel was no. But I'm trying to let her know, and Biafrans to know, there is no legitimate document she has that will lead us to Israel to organize us. The legal and the legitimate document has already sent through the office of the Minister of Foreign Affairs of United States of Biafra. Not by lobby, not by congressmen. It must be you by yourself, because you are the owner of the country, not congressmen, not the lobby. That is why you must listen to this and let us see emotion can never achieve what Biafra as a country. No matter what you think, no matter what you do. It's only now that we're on the legal path. That is why everything is changing. That is why the world is talking about us right now. I hope you get it clearly. On that note, let me greet those in the comment section quickly, fastly, before I move. I know we are stopped. I am a citizen of the University of Biafra, Christian nation, the land of the rising sun. The Operation Nigeria Must Go bill has been passed. God bless Masnane Kanu, PM Simon Rabeze, and Shino. Thank you. And all Genu Biafrans. Iseo, thank you so much. Thank you for that. And he also said here, share and like the stream yard. If you like, you share. I will always ask you to share the program. Mommy Doreen, good morning, Mazichin, and all listening now, all listening Biafrans. Anything associated with Nigeria must leave our land, Biafra. You see, when you make a comment, the comment prove what we are doing and how we destroy Nigeria. I see your Degwonugu, greetings from my location, USB. Hopefully we are getting the point now. I will not answer for them, they will answer. Bishop Onagana Pant in this Sabo, destroy in this Sabo. I welcome you. It's been long. Where have you been? I hope you are good. Hashtag I am a citizen of University of Biafra. It declared 29th November in Latin Finland. Nigeria must go. Biafra is a full nation. Please touch the emoji love if you are watching, so they will not be able to push us out. Ozog, keep the good work going. University of Biafra, we stand. Thank you. I don't know why all those I see these days, always those who stand USB. I never see all this or see medium. Florence, Mwashiwe Amula. Hashtag I am citizen of United States of Biafra, USBG. Nigeria must go out of Biafra land. Now we continue. Amy Priest, hashtag I am a citizen of the United States of Biafra, now Christian nation. Hashtag Nigeria must go in Biafra land. Yes, so they must leave us alone. They must waka, whether they like it or not. Lauren said, Brother Shino, you are doing gently 3 brows for you, 3 bosa for your effort. God bless you abundantly in Jesus' name. Amen. You too. You too. Thank you for all you do also. Always been on the pages to write. Sake, if you feel my namesake. Thank you, my brother. The same namesake is always answering. Thank you. He said, hashtag I am a citizen of United States of Biafra. Thank you for that. That is who we are. Then Mommy Dori also said, whatever anyone can do for us to get recognition is good. They didn't say she's doing well, but the recognition is not coming through IPOB organization name. Oh, one that give us showers with love emoji. Thank you so much. Greetings. Official AJ is here with us today. Very long time. Official, I hope you are good. Hashtag I am a citizen of United States of Biafra. It's very important you know your country and answer the name of your country. Hashtag Nigeria must go. Thank you for that. Short one I take them. Free Biafran President Mazen Nandekano. That is what we ask the Nigerian government. And also he said here, free Biafra Prime Minister Simon Ibanjoko. That is a very nice comment. Thank you so much. And the one that Yamazi, does it mean that Madam Wosu in Israel is somehow delaying Israel recognition by not moving along with the declaration government of USB? Yes, is my answer. He's just only creating awareness. Let him continue. Whatever he's doing today is in the favor of USB declared. Michelle does not have any legitimate government to present. She's only making the noise. That is what it is. She's only making what? The awareness. She's making awareness. Wow, Chido Emmanuel, you are here today. Wow, where have you been, brother? Chido Emmanuel, where have you been? It's been long. We saw you on our comment section or even entered the studio to talk with us. Thank you so much. I see Ogonaya. Ogonaya said, hashtag I am a citizen of the University of Biafra. Hashtag Nigeria must go. Thank you for that. Now we go to our own beloved brother, Ruby. Said USB all the way. And I'm a now. Oh, Mommy Origin is here. Thank you. And today, Mommy Origin is here. And Mommy Ojuk is also in the building. And all the women in Biafrans, all of you, thank you for that. Today, after you have listened to this, I am driving you down to today's program according to my headline. Just want to emphasize on all this for you to know that USB is the only way if you are still doubting USB. My question is, when a new declared state seeking international recognition, official diplomatic submission, why they must follow strictly international law protocol if they do not follow international law recognition? What are the dangers? If we continue on protest agitation, or the awareness of society is creating, what are the dangers if we are not following the protocol? Why this protocol is important is this. Any country that you are seeing today, they all use protocol. The number one protocol is transition into exile. The number two protocol is redeclaration or declaration is number two. Number three is to achieve recognition through your declaration document and the constitution. And if you have created what they call self-determination, self-referendum vote. And the grievance is why you want to exit. And the signature of those who sign that they want this new nation. This is the thing that you must submit. Not agitation protest. Not human rights abuse that IPOB is parading around with anywhere. It never grants you recognition anywhere. They will look at you and laugh at you. Even though they will accept it, they will say, let me tell you. What our society is doing is purely a good job under the level of awareness. See, the time if any individual know whatever that you will do without using USB declared is a wasted effort. Whatever anyone should do that with recognition, once we are doing those things and you are now championing USB, you are wasting your time. We are counting on the time of our ignorance of international law and all the protocols that is holding us over all these years. That is why we are being killed and the world remains silent. Because of what? We are not on the legal path. We are tying on illegality. And ignorance of law is not an excuse to recognize you as a Biafran. Go and check the history of all the continents in the world. When America declared their own, what happened? They stand on the protocol. And we have stand on this protocol today. Now, let us see the danger when we refuse to follow the protocol, the law of the international community. I am running speed because of my time, but I also want to pull in for Biafrans.
If a newly declared entity or group ignores international law protocols, such as bypassing full powers authority, sending informal documents, or attempting to declare statehood without fulfilling established international criteria, it faces severe legal, political, and operational dangers.
Listen.
International law is not just a formality. it is the framework foreign ministries and the United Nations use to distinguish genuine sovereign states from political movements. Bypassing these rules creates significant risks. 1. Automatic rejection and institutional archiving. The danger: unofficial communications, letters sent by private citizens, NGOs, or unauthorized delegates without ex officio full powers under Article 7 of the Vienna Convention, are simply filed away or discarded by foreign ministry protocol desks. The consequence: no matter how many physical packages or emails are dispatched, foreign governments will not log them as official diplomatic communications. The declaring entity wastes time and resources while receiving zero legal response.
Are you hearing it?
Labeling as premature recognition for potential allies. The danger: under international law, if a foreign country formally recognizes a self-declared state that lacks effective administrative and physical control over its territory, that foreign country commits an illegal act known as premature recognition. The consequence: premature recognition is legally classified as an unlawful intervention into the domestic affairs of the parent state, violating Article 2 of the UN Charter. Because established foreign nations do not want to violate UN laws or spark international legal disputes, they will actively avoid recognizing any entity that bypasses standard legal protocols. 3. Binding UN Security Council sanctions and non-recognition. The danger: when an entity attempts to declare independence outside international legal frameworks, the UN Security Council can pass binding resolutions instructing all 193 member states not to recognize the entity.
Are you hearing it?
Historical precedents. Northern Cyprus, 1983.
I'll give you an example where it
When
has happened.
Turkish Cyprus unilaterally declared independence, the UN Security Council passed Resolution 541, declaring the declaration legally invalid and calling upon all states not to recognize it.
Are you hearing it?
To this day, only one country recognizes it: Rhodesia, 1965.
Another
The
country
UN
happens.
passed Resolution 216 declaring its unilateral declaration of independence illegal, resulting in a total global economic embargo. 4. Classification as an internal security threat rather than a state. The danger: if an entity does not act through recognized diplomatic structures, international bodies treat the situation as an internal domestic affair of the parent country rather than an international diplomatic matter. The consequence: the parent state retains full legal backing under the principle of territorial integrity, Article 2.4 of the UN Charter, to enforce its domestic laws, while foreign nations are legally restrained from intervening on behalf of the declared entity. 5. Eternal contested status and isolation. The danger: failing to follow international protocols traps an entity in a legal vacuum. The consequence: without legal recognition, the territory cannot issue internationally recognized passports, access international banking, SWIFT, engage in formal foreign trade, sign treaties, or receive direct foreign aid. Summary: international law is the language that foreign ministries use to communicate. When a group attempts to bypass diplomatic protocols, foreign governments do not view it as a new country. They view it as a non-binding, unauthorized submission that cannot be acted upon under international law.
Are you with me? You know, let me tell you, let me use this word in the Bible. The ways of God is different from the ways of human being. A day in the eyes of God might be 1,000 years. 1,000 years in the Bible, in the eyes of God, might be one day. The same thing. And what is holding us, that's why I use that word, that ignorance of law, ignoring international protocol, is why our case is so peculiar. Because you're not going to tell me that since 1967 that we have transitioned to government in exile since then, and today they don't recognize us. Why is that every, whether black, white, Africa, Europe, Asia, Middle East, that transitioned to government in exile from 1960 to 1990 maximum, that's over 60 countries achieve recognition? Is it our case? That is when, if we have on this leg up, on this protocol, that is when, if the other did not do it up to today, then we say our own case is so peculiar or difference. That is when I will so much believe that is so peculiar and it's different from every other one. But we did not stand on the protocol. We bypass the law. We do what we like. We do as we think. This and that. That is what we do. That is why we marched on the street for 14 years. Wasted 14 years without law. And the man who knows the law, the man who gets it very well, Oh, so this is where this mistake is coming from. It's like when you have a net in the house to protect mosquito to enter inside your house, and that net gets have a hole or spoiled somewhere. There is not how you can cover the net or curtain that mosquito will not enter. But once you change the mosquito net, the mosquito will disappear. That is when you have gotten it right. So Simon Ebanjoko, check the mistake of Ojuku, and also check the mistake of IPOB after the death of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He got it right by what? Introducing the transition to full government in exile to issue a peaceful declaration. And they said, if you did not follow did not follow declaration, if you bypass this number one step and doing IPOB, Biafra wanting to you are deceiving yourself. Or why not going to Kenya and now buying woto and now buying kanji. Or na Kenya anya eme mass arrest na protest. Or na Kenya anya after na protest we are trying any media anya we kwukwane again nothing. Can't you understand it? Check very well. Tell yourself the common truth. After you declared the level of mass arrest that we have been experiencing, see, if you are not in the homeland, if you do not witness what I might say witness, if you witness it, believe you me, you understand we are on a safer side. There is no longer 10, 5, 20, 30 arrests one day in name of protest. Do you know that people went to protest in Abia State? Coming down to over 50 was arrested, put in prison without no charge, without not bringing them to court till today. You don't know about that? People was coming protest from Enugu State, coming down to Opiwe Konicha. Arrests happened. They blocked them arrests. Over 30, over 100 people was arrested. Till today, are you still seeing that massive arrest? No more, because the legal has outlined illegality that leads to the arrest. Until we focus on the legal part, we all must transition. If you believe in the transition that is a game change of this movement to restore Biafra by standing on all existing protocol, that is when you must believe that lack of ignorance of international law and existing protocol is why we are here. And you come and speak to me. It is our case is peculiar indeed. Peculiar my foot. When we refuse to adhere to the right channel, Abatobi, Simon, Ebanjoko, put us on that legal part. Put us on the protocol. How every other person achieve it. Any woman who give birth today, you carry it either 8 months or 9 months or 1 year before you give birth. It's a protocol for human being to follow. Did you give a birth to a child without a man sleeping with you? Oh yeah, come, let me see you now. Tell us how you and mother made in this our own time. You give a birth to a child without a man doing nothing with you. It's a protocol. The protocol of having Biafra as a country is also a protocol in the family. If you come to a house where there is no father, can you jump the first son and go and ask the last son to pray for you, to break collar for you? That is what is called a protocol. That is what is called a protocol that is already existing before you. We must stand on that protocol, and through our peaceful education by our deep we are on that protocol. So that is why Biafra is everywhere in the world. That is why I can be able to send over 220-something countries our document. What is the document? Is it protest agitation? I have read it to you from office of the UN direct, from office of ICJ, that what IPOB is sending is a self-determination document, human rights abuse. The reason why I say Nnamdi Kanu, is it how we're going to achieve Biafra as a country? No. There is a document they need from our hand. There is things that makes it right they want from us. What are those things? Those things are after self-referendum, without redeclaration, is a May protest. You don't know? With number one thing is the signature. Do you hear about the Intercontinental Congressmen of America that sign that America, our name is United States of America? Do you hear about that? These 500 men, including Odogwenu, with all of them who pen their signature, they are the Intercontinental Congress of Biafran people, coming from the countries of all over the world, not from one country. That is what makes them the Intercontinental Congressmen. And we have a number that America did not have. America have only 56. Why we have almost 500, over 500 signatures. I have used my eyes and said Odogwenu sign. I have also seen many people who signed this document. That is number one. On that document, because let me tell you this thing. If you think that our self-referendum document is the only document, it's enough. No. Why after having it? About to be continue pushing that we must issue a redeclaration. Have you asked yourself that? Without that signature on that declaration openly, because you must declare, then people sign it. We have agreed that we own this country by ourselves. Nobody forced us to accept it, Like when they forced Nigeria to, the so-called the founding fathers, who does not pen their signature. That is why the signature, the date of declaration with the evidence of the video. Now, after the declaration, the self-referendum now comes in. When that one comes in, what else will come in? The abuse of rights. That is when we write our grievances is involved. 3. Then the last one is your constitution. These are 5 or 4 most important documents you must submit. And you had it here that they said that USB submitted this with their constitutional framework. Not by charter. It's not by bylaw. It's a constitution, because constitution governs a country. Charter governs organization. Bylaw governs organization. If you're a country, you must have constitution. And you must submit all of them. That is why we are on the legal path. That is why we have come to stand on existing protocol that was here before us. If any Roman Catholic human being enters to church, immediately you approach to the door of the church, what you do is existing protocol. You enter inside the church. Once you enter civil sacrament, you kneel, you pray again. Is it not protocol? Are you there? Are you, because of, you will see that this is how others has entered into this church, and you flow that way, you enter. Is it not true? Are you the one who started it? We proceed. Let us go for this audio. Now I will play, I pause. After that, I'll put the link because of my time. I want to have the program 2 hours, 30 minutes maximum.
If a newly declared entity or group ignores international law protocols, such as bypassing full powers authority, sending informal documents, or attempting to declare statehood without fulfilling established international criteria, it faces severe legal, political, and operational dangers.
Are you hearing it? That is why, after seeing this under my research, I said, wow, this is why Biafra was delayed. We walked away from legal. We walked away from protocol. We walked away from the easiest way. That is why we are here. And what changes the game? We come back to it is the coming of Simon Ebanjoko, accompanied by Dr. Arabeze, holding now to achieve recognition. If a newly declared entity or group ignores international law protocol, such as bypassing full power authority, sending informal documents, or attempt to declare a statehood without establishing international criteria. Without establishing international criteria. The establishing international criteria about OBA follows is number one, government in exile. Number two, declaration, redeclared of USB. That is what? That is what? Establishing international criteria. If you refuse to follow it, it fails to several legal, political, and the operational damage. This will cause us a damage. That was the damage we on it until November 2024. Do you use that? That's why that day, and our Dr. Muzora Beze is very sacrosanct in our life. Do you see why that particular day was very, very sacrosanct in our life? That is why we remove ourselves from this danger. International law is not just a formality. It's not just a formality, like what we are doing in social medias. It is the framework foreign ministers and the United Nations use to distinguish the new sovereign state from political movement by passing this rule, creating significant risk. If you bypass these rules, we have bypassed this rule for 14 years of IPOB organization. Starting from Wazirike 1999, we have bypassed the framework of international law. That's why I told you, we are like students right now. The world give us an exam to write. After writing the exam, we must submit our document to the supervisor in the class for them to go and mark the result. They are the one to give the score mark, not us. So that is why when I told you, you can't eat your cake and have it back. You can play it.
International law is not just a formality. It is the framework foreign ministries and the United Nations use to distinguish genuine sovereign states from political movements. Bypassing these rules creates significant risks. 1. Automatic rejection and institutional archiving. The danger.
Remember that everything that we are doing, we go through archive. They will record it and keep for us. That is what I've record that USB has sent a document to over 220-something countries in the world. Remember, before I normally told that this refused to open, and I cannot open it because once it clocks danger, if I try to use this my laptop to open it, the app to open it, they will destroy this laptop. I will not use it again. Or they call film, or maybe Zubo. But I was shocked that yesterday it was open. And once it is open, it has become obvious that that location is coming quickly. Let's proceed. Remember, automatic rejection and international archiving. Remember that word. The danger. Unofficial communication. Letter sent by private citizen. That is what our sister is doing. Under the law called her what? A private citizen. NGOs or unauthorized delegates. Unauthorized delegates. When it comes to regulation of a country, they are the same way. The ways of God is different from the ways of man, is how it is. But in our own eyes, we think, oh, this is the best way to do it. And it's never been the best way to do it. The best way is to stand on existing protocol. The best way is to stand on authorized delegation. The only authorized delegation we have is from the US declared. So anybody claiming delegates to United Nations, to Congress House, to Washington DC, to Israel, to America, to Manfe, to Ivory Coast, to Jagaban, you are illegal delegates. You are putting USB, you are putting us on a risk side. And we don't want to be on this danger anymore. That is why everyone must follow the road. Champion US declared. The time, if you know what you do to bring Biafra, that time has passed. Because when we are doing what we think should bring Biafra, we tell a peaceful declaration. The Biafran flag has never returned. The plight of Bon has never been removed. Put plight of Biafra back. Put it straight. Remove emotion. Remove emotion. Remove what you feel, how you know. The road is quite different from you. And there are excuse of over all 14 years under only IPOB. I'm talking about my sober ignorance of it. I'm talking about from IPOB alone, 14 years ignorance is why Biafra is not a country. We have ignored international protocol, but we come back to it. My father will ask me this question. My son, show me that man who has never made a mistake. I will show you a man who has never risen. You learn from your mistake. Okwana so Igbo say na the future lies in the past. Is it not true? Or have they changed it? The grammar that the future lies in the past. Have they changed it? Why the past? Don't you see that the past of Nigeria is, that is why Nigeria is not a country? Don't you see that?
Sent by private citizens, NGOs, or unauthorized delegates without ex officio full powers under Article 7 of the Vienna Convention, are simply filed away or discarded by foreign ministry protocol desks.
Are you hearing it? Is it true that our sister, our wife, Mrs. Rachel Nwosu sent document? Do you know why this time around is generating more attention? Is we had it here that including Israel, that USB has sent documents of our peaceful declaration, all the document of that we are a nation, with recognition. The government has sent it through the office of the Minister of Information to the office of the Minister of Information of Israel. And that's why they call it what? State-to-state talk. There is a law. There is a full law. Yes, Mommy Origin, please have the mic. Thank you so much for coming. There is what? A full law.
Sorry, I was talking. I didn't even know. You want me to say something?
Okay, let me go up a little bit, and I will remind you. I will call you back.
Sure. Okay.
Okay. Now, when look at it, listen to here. There is Vienna Convention, Article 7 of the Vienna Convention. It said what? Any letter sent by private citizen or organization, unauthorized delegates, without ex officio full power under Article 7 of Vienna Convention are simply failed away or discarded by foreign minister protocol desk. You had it. So there's some things we look at it. Oh, this Biafra we are looking for is supposed to be this way. The only way is what USB is doing legal, and the legal doesn't make noise. Our government is not making noise. The government of USB is not making any noise. They are moving. When they send this document to Israel, did you see them snapping picture? Did you see them making? No, that is a government. It's good. They said that the recognition of a country to a country goes through phone call, email to email. That is why you see the Prime Minister of Israel, Netanyahu, using a phone call to recognize Somaliland. Do you not see that? Did you not see that? They said it's going to go through email to email and phone to phone. They said, yesterday I told you here, they said it's going, sometimes it takes a 24 hours call on phone. Not going there and start picture. Not going there to make mouth. Not wearing to stand. It's from phone to phone, email to email, of a government to government, country to country. The consequence, no matter how many physical package or email has been discarded, once it is not coming from a full structure of a government, foreign government will discard it not long that official diplomatic communication. Is not what he's doing is not official diplomatic recognition. Look at what the law is all about. The ways of law is different from how we reason. And Mazakan also said that Biafra has never also come because of how a black man reasons. We don't reason on the side of law. We are always adamant and ignorant of the law. And it takes an excuse. Oh, that Biafra will come without this. You are deceiving yourself. In US, we declared the only hope, the only legal path that Biafra will be a country. And we are on that. When it is from a government to government, when it is from government to government, email and phone call, it is well organized, proving that the declaration of the entity was on the legal protocol standing. It is allowed, not going to be discarded. And without that, if it's coming from the private citizens, it's going to discard it to a zero legal purpose. To what? To a zero legal purpose.
The consequence: no matter how many physical packages or emails are dispatched, foreign governments will not log them as official diplomatic communications. The declaring entity wastes time and resources while receiving zero legal response.
You are wasting your time. Recognition starts from the Minister of Foreign Affairs to the president or prime minister of a nation. That is where it starts. And that is why I'm happy when I find it that it has opened, that USB has sent every country in Africa, including Nigeria, is there. They have sent to all members of the United Nations. They have sent to all members of ECOWAS, and all of them, they have sent everywhere. And they are not jubilating, they are not making noise.
Labeling as premature recognition for potential allies. The danger. Under international law, if a foreign country formally recognizes a self-declared state that lacks effective administrative and physical control over its territory, that foreign country commits an illegal act known as premature recognition.
Are you hearing it?
The consequence: premature.
Now, you will say, okay, that you don't control your territory. Now, when you put it on the timeline of government in exile, on the other session, which might happen tomorrow, they will now tell you the government in exile, because of the what? Oppressor, the illegal occupied of the oppressor. That is why, because of they are going to be alive to receive their country. That is why they have legal right to transition and govern from exile. Win on the paper first before win on the ground. That is what USB is doing. Number two, be told us that if you are waiting for him to go to the government, hand to hand, gun to gun, bomb to bomb, they're not going to see that. Don't hear when he said it. He said we are going to use the document USB declared to achieve it. Even if it takes us 20, 30, 40 years, that we are going to do it smoothly. I've also give you an example where countries are tried and they felt it today. That's recognition because of they have abandoned the protocol officially.
Recognition is legally classified as an unlawful intervention into the domestic affairs of the parent state, violating Article 2 of the UN Charter. Because established foreign nations do not want to violate UN laws or spark international legal disputes, they will actively avoid recognizing any entity that bypasses standard legal protocols.
I want you to hear the word. If you bypass the standard legal protocol, they will ignore all the way they have been ignoring Biafra over all these years and told Martin they can go and be doing something that will lead to recognition you are looking for. That if we did not stand on if look at it, actively avoid recognizing any entity that bypass standard legal protocols. Tomorrow, I am going to introduce to you what is standard legal protocol. Then you will look at USB and you understand why our DPM can talk and tell you Go and tell Mazinandi Kanu, what you are seeking, we have gotten it. And you should use the word, stay the course. Yes, I have my origin in the building. I have my founding father, and that's my forefather, Odogwenu, in the building also. But I want to start, if my origin is very close to her. Mike, please have the mic.
Mazichino, our professor, thank you so very much. This is a very important topic you're treating. And please, if I forget this, I want to highlight to Biafrans, apart from the facts that we have, we are a country in waiting. I would like to highlight to us the importance of these notifications in different countries. So that being said, I want to greet everybody. Odogwenugu, thank you, sir. Thank you for going to get this receipt for us. Because of you and the rest of you that went to Finland, we have hope that our children, we are leaving them behind with the hope that they will survive, that they will have a prospering nation, and we will benefit too. I want to thank everyone that come out here every day, because you would have no idea what you're doing. You are doing a tremendous job, because we have to keep awake, we have to keep alert, we have to keep shouting so that the world will hear us and know that we are serious about our freedom. Nobody, no country defends those who don't want to defend themselves. You have to start somewhere, and people will come and help you. I greet you, Biafra TV, our professor. Thank you for all you are doing. God will reward you. There is something that it is Akonye Wetere and Madam Ume that says that they will keep telling you how you defend your country. What does this freedom mean to you? What are you doing? Apart from what our government is doing, it is our responsibility. That is how other nations that thrived. It is because the citizens made it so. Now, on this notification issue, I was just laughing when you said they blocked it. But remember, as early as January 13th, 2025, remember we redeclared Biafra November 29th, 2024. As early as January 13th, United States of Biafra government have sent, I don't want to say their names, but what I encourage everybody is, make sure you identify your wherever you are outside Biafra land and outside Nigeria, that you know that you have a document that have told that place where you are that you are a citizen of Biafra, and nobody can take that away from you. Now, Professor Chino, there is one beautiful thing that I was, I like to go everywhere. This morning, I went to Ezekiel's son, and there was a caption he posted there, and can you believe? Now, because I took notes, I was making notes on when our government was releasing the name of the countries that they have submitted letter. One of the press briefing in January, I think January 23, 2025, that was when they notified us that they have notified Switzerland, Israel, Norway, Danish, Iceland. So they have notified those countries. Now, what Ezekiel because he was trying to he was reading one of our Rachel Nwosu. Let me read an excerpt on that particular posting she made. She said, I quote, I started my journey at the Israeli parliament on 25th October 2025 with two important goals, Biafra's freedom and freedom of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Freedom of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Biafra freedom for the first time in 60 years. Please note that for the first time in 60 years, the Biafra story is being talked officially at the Israeli parliament on high stage. Now, this is what that means. Rachel Nwosu was married to one of our brothers and he passed away. And she has been a part of this freedom, this struggle, maybe from marriage.
Yes.
You don't tell me that she has not been pushing. She has not been doing, she is a fool. Everything about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, IPOB, she is very active. But for the first time, what happened? Now, this is why even me and you, if you go to anywhere, the country where you are today, and begin to push and say, my country, we need our freedom. Once they open, because our document is already there, they will look at it and they will begin to pay attention to what you are saying. Now, let me tell you one of the benefits while we are waiting. As a citizen of United States of Biafra, two things is how it benefits you. Let me use an example. If you have, you are in a place where you have a head of mission. If you have any issues, all you need to do is to call your head of mission and they'll start the protocol. An example is Ireland. We have had a lot of testimonies from Ireland. Now, let me...
And also Australia.
Yeah, Australia, a lot of countries. Let me shock you. There is someone that gave a testimony. They did not even know that India, that we have our document there. Someone was to be deported on their way. He has already started the ID card process, but he has not even taken a caption. They have not captured him, talk less of having the ID card. But when they were on the way, he sent a quick text. No, he called Dr. Ngozi Orabueze. I don't think he has a head of missions, but he called. Dr. Ngozi Orabueze picked it up and said, I will call you back. She immediately forwarded him what to show to and give to the authorities. As soon as he gave that to the authorities, because our document, the legal document, the authentic document, the government document is in India, they just responded and stopped that deportation. So when we talk about what we are receiving and what we have, you will be amazed. So let me stop it there, just to reassure us that we are, God has done us well. And before I drop this, please, there is something called zeal with wisdom and zeal without wisdom. Dr. Ngozi Orabueze has zeal, has passion for our freedom. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has it. Prime Minister Sabanekwe has it. That is why they have been able to succeed. Not like they don't make mistakes, there are no mistakes, but when you see, above all, Dr. Ngozi Orabueze, I respect her for her zeal and her wisdom. That is what you do to navigate all these, all the booby traps around recognition and having your nation is a lot. And we must not push them too hard so that they don't make mistakes. She is doing tremendously well. Do you want me to clarify this? You know, I hear a lot, people were talking a lot about Rachel and what, let me tell you why what she is doing is great. She saw the opportunity that this document is in Israel and she's using it. So must we all do. And I am so also glad that she knows that it will come down to government to government. And I believe she is taking those steps. I don't care whether representatives, she is not going to, let me say, for example, I will tell her I'm coming to Israel to talk to, she'll be like, okay, now your money come. But at the back of her mind, she knows they have already told her, it comes down to government to government. And our government, we have everything ready. It's a matter of time. God bless you all.
Thank you. Thanks so much for coming in. Thank you. That is a wonderful one. Let's continue from where we stop. Then, what you said about notification, why it's very important. Tomorrow we'll go into deep to that tomorrow. Why notification sending out all these countries are very important at this stage. Why is the first most important thing after a peaceful declaration? I am going to give it to you tomorrow with things that surrenders it around, with all the legal backup of it. So you will see why you address yourself. You need to identify yourself as someone that have a sovereign nation, no matter what's happened. Just proceed.
If a newly declared entity or group ignores international law protocols, such as bypassing full powers authority, sending informal documents, or attempting to declare statehood without fulfilling established international criteria, it faces severe legal, political, and operational dangers. International law is not just a formality, it is the framework foreign ministries and the United Nations use to distinguish genuine sovereign states from political movements. Bypassing these rules creates significant risks. 1. Automatic rejection and institutional archiving. The danger: unofficial communications, letters sent by private citizens, NGOs, or unauthorized delegates without ex officio full powers under Article 7 of the Vienna Convention, are simply filed away or discarded by foreign ministry protocol desks. The consequence: no matter how many physical packages or emails are dispatched, foreign governments will not log them as official diplomatic communications. The declaring entity wastes time and resources while receiving zero legal response. 2. Labeling as premature recognition for potential allies.
Please hit the like button.
The danger:
please like and
under
share.
international law, if a foreign country formally recognizes a self-declared state that lacks effective administrative and physical control over its territory, that foreign country commits an illegal act known as premature recognition. The consequence: premature recognition is legally classified as an unlawful intervention into the domestic affairs of the parent state, violating Article 2 of the UN Charter. Because established foreign nations do not want to violate UN laws or spark international legal disputes, they will actively avoid recognizing any entity that bypasses standard legal protocols. 3. Binding UN Security Council sanctions and non-recognition. The danger: when an entity attempts to declare independence outside international legal frameworks, the UN Security Council can pass binding resolutions instructing all 193 member states not to recognize the entity.
Do you hear this particular area? When you bypass this existing standard protocol, you see the danger. When an entity attempts to declare independence outside international legal framework, the UN Security Council can bypass building resolution, can pass building resolution instruction in all 193 membership of states not to recognize the entity. You see where they are. They will circulate the message. Because of what? That you bypass the legal part of it. That you never stand on the existing protocol of it. That this standard legal protocol, because of you did not stand on it. Ugo 247, because the person not stand on the template. Ugo template, your negi kon nagi na ewetia or giwen. ịmakwa na ebe ọ dị because of na ifuru ebe isi eri ego common na-enye gị nye m $300 irie ịgbalaga ọya bisa on template common nke enye gị nye godi mmụnwa nke inye mmụnwa ka m wee gotinye wee sokwu on social media irie ya gbanaga ị na-achọ template any template. Obata Obie said that a road to achieve Biafra is in the open. Now, when you look at all these laws they had from us, we look at all these written laws they had from us, you can see clearly that now that we have stand on this standard protocol and all the articles and section of it, you can see that Biafra is in the open. Biafra is here in the open, as you can see it clearly. That is one thing that is very important on this program. When you do not stand, they will look at you and you remove their face. IPOB organization, let me start from Owazurike. Owazurike has sent document to ICA to UN. What happened? They ignored because of the document did not stand on the standard protocol that has been there. One of those standard protocol is what? The language of the international community is what? Government in exile is one of the standard protocol. Number 2 is peaceful declaration or redeclared, is to stand on the protocol. Our self-referendum vote is to stand on the standard legal protocol. Our declaration day in her symmetry film, the videos is standing on the existing legal protocol. Then the USD Constitution is a framework of standard protocol. With all this, that on the legal, they cannot ask any country not recognize us. If you had a man from France saying, if Somaliland can achieve recognition, it's a time to recognize Biafra. Why are they saying it? Because we have declared it. And we have stand on the existing standard protocol. We are no longer NGOs. We are no longer organization. We are no longer private citizen sending a document of self-determination or human rights abuse. No, that is not how to achieve it. Those one is what they said. A document of a human rights abuse is emotional document that cannot yield result that will trigger any country to talk about you or to ask Nigeria, let Biafran people go. They have met all the criteria. But because of we had it here and we stand on this protocol, we stand on this template of the world. That is how Biafra become a country. It's not by me saying what I think, how I feel. It's not by me doing a to any Biafran who is talking trash. Let me tell you, my own is that my father told me, I believe in that. A fool at 20 must surely be a fool at 40. A fool at 40 will be a fool at 80 to 9 to grave. If you are always a saboteur, lineage blood, there is no preaching, there is nothing you can do for that person to change. If you like, they are like pig. After puffing pig, even nkịta kakwa pig mma isa nkịta ọgbachago macha for some time nke nwe izu nsa pịara ọda n'ime ebe onye kwasa ya arụ ihe ndị a dị ka ya bụ onwe ya na-akpọ nwa mkpi he goat asị gị na otu otu si gbaa perfume na ife anwụ ọ na-esi ka ọ ka na-esi, that is Chiamaka Ajere, that is go 247, that is all these betrayers, that is those that are following them, birds of the same feather must surely flock together in all things. So analyzing them, preaching them, this what they will do is what they will do. The truth is like sun. The truth is like light. The truth is very bright. And look at that word. After a heavy rain, there must be a sunshine. And remember that he who laughs at last laughs the best. If Ogen decide tomorrow to go and declare Biafra, to go and declare Biafra again, is what happened in Namibia when South Africa sponsored a Christian nation in South Africa. They went ahead to go and issue another declaration, and the world said, "No, we don't know about you. We only know SWAPO that first ever issued declaration on the constitution of the existing protocol." They said, we are not organizing or support many organizations against a new declared country. Rather, that we stand on the protocol, first come, first collect, first serve, authentic and original. That is how the protocol is. So if all of them like today, let them go and issue the declaration. On a Friday, that I'm going to have open mic. The capture is, let me tell you the capture, you prepare for yourself. The capture is, why did IPOB hate Simon Ekpa? And why did the so-called bridge hate Otongozi Warabeze? And the attack on USB? Go and think about. On Friday, we are going to have a long hour open mic. Tell us why IPOB attacked Mazen Nandekan. Do you know? Because if you look at it, so when we do that program, people their sense will correct. If you are attacking our DPM today and you are apologize to Mazen Simon Ekpa, what are you doing? That's on Friday. So let's continue.
Historical precedents. Northern Cyprus.
Now they are giving us an example where what they are telling us, when you stand on the protocol, where it has happened, and when you did not stand on the protocol, what happened to you? Northern Cyprus, 1983. Remember, Northern Cyprus, 1983. What happened then?
When Turkish Cyprus unilaterally declared independence, the UN Security Council passed Resolution 541, declaring the declaration legally invalid and calling upon all states not to recognize it.
Are you hearing it? Because of what? They did not stand on this same protocol. This protocol, they call it what? Standard existing protocol. Because of they do not stand on it. That is why UN did what? Northern Cyprus, 1980. That's why 1983. I told you, when I come here, I give you evidence where it has happened. So you will know that is why USB is moving this direction that we're moving right now. We have our founding father, Odogwu Enugu, in the building, on the studio. Please, Mpa, Grandpa, please have the mic.
Thank you, Professor. Okwa, my mommy, Madam Original, Kania.
Yes, she's here. She's here.
Odogwu Biafra greets you. I salute.
Mommy,
I am
Madam
loyal.
Original, after me break protocol before you talk, Kambuye moral, Kiweku, Kumana, Ikukuroku, Otinsi, Iwetekoroku Dumnobi. Though now my senior brother, but you are called to Zamanpo, but I'm lucky to meet you again. I want to thank you not only just for yesterday, but for week or for last week, to give you more confidential. I don't know you're gonna above from none. Could they give you more confidentiality? Because of your intervention, I have gotten the signature where Odogwu Enugu signed in Finland to couple with the mandate and the receipt in G. Edges in all of them now. So I want you to tell all Biafrans, and for you to be confident enough that I will protect the receipt. So major very soon, Ogan Rofma, Game can laminate ye dossier na my hang na my room, so that you were fit of mana I will protect that as far as going you have sworn and sold your sleep for me to protect the mandate. So I want to thank you for that. I appreciate.
Thank you.
Then Biafra TV, you are blessed. I'm not going to say God bless you. You are blessed already for this year opening eyes. I would not have much to say today because I wanted to know the laws you say you are going to do tomorrow. That is where my interest. So until tomorrow, by the grace of God, I will be around. I want to know that thing which is the how do you say it again?
The notification, why is it important? And the first thing to prove that you stand on a standard existing protocol of international law.
That I want to hear tomorrow. I wish is today. So I want to thank you for now, because I have asked, is Biafrans, are you people, are we getting the point now that we are getting it right? That we are now talking not about personality, not about how I feel or what I see or what I do, but is state to state. And now it is entered into country to country. Biafrans, we are now in a country, and our country's name is United States of Biafra, not organization, not group, not individual, but government to government. And to recognize Biafra, we don't need to go and take picture with a Senator Tom Cruise or Tom Lewis or Vance. I don't know their names. You take picture with Michael Rubio, or take picture with Aaron Smith or with Smith itself. Even if you want, go and take with former Bill Clinton if he's still alive. We don't need that.
With Donald Trump.
With Donald, we don't need that. And again, Senator or Congress have nothing to do with our recognition. It's only the president. The only person that can do it is the president. Even if Congress surrendered everywhere, because Somaliland, the only person I saw that recognized Biafra is Prime Minister Netanyahu, and it was pronounced. It was pronounced. Up to today, they remain recognized as a sovereign nation. Then they are giving Somali, Haneyeho Sokita. This is what we are going to do to Nigeria. When any super country now recognize us, then we give Nigeria also. If they refuse, which I am expecting, because I know they cannot just fold their hand and say, okay, go. But they are going to see it. They are going to receive the water in high climax. So that thing they are expecting us to do now, making noise or arresting or intervening. No, that time is coming. We are going to intervene. We are going to revenge in full force when they refuse to leave our country with the aid of the country that is supporting us or that supported us, just like Morocco and France aided America to chase away the British from their land with immediate effect. So thank you very much. I am sorry I did not come on time. I'm going to prepare for work now, but I'm still in the studio. God bless you.
Thank you, Odogwenugu. That is a wonderful one from you, Grandpa. Anyhow you come, the mic will be given to you, because we are talking because you agree to put your signature that our country name is United of Biafra. You agree, like the 13 Continental Congress of America, made up of 56 people who signed. Thank you for that. That is why also I'm here to be proud, proving that I have a nation, that the name is well known to the world right now. Whether they call it Biafra, When you come to us, we tell that what we declare on our document is what? United States of Biafra is what we declared, not any other thing. So on that, I see another big pie in the house. Oluchiwa God, please, Mazi, have the mic.
Yeah, Mazi, there you
go.
I greet you, and I saw Madam Origin, and I just heard the voice of Odogwu Enugu. And this is the history. When you are writing the history of Biafra, na Odogwu Enugu Banadia.
Ozubon.
Because enwere m akwụkwọ ahụ, I wetara them the akwụkwọ from DC. The first time I celebrate retired, so enyere m one of our brother here go, yeah, wetara my constitution, my the signature in this sign and everything. So, but having said that, I have come to realize in a whole sign for declaration of their nations, their names are being written in gold.
Yes.
And we had Dr. Abeze Kuru. Emana that day na sign in here. Emana who have no sign in here.
Yes.
It might be far more because I know we have the Finland, we have almost 1,500, which is 1,005. But in here sign in here, almost 550 something. So what does that tell you? That is why I didn't make him Mahasan here. The history have judged them already. Those who refuse to sign that in because even in America, 500 and something people did not sign their independence. Only 50 something. And in other nations, I haven't seen a lot of people sign these documents. All when I need Biafra, people sign it, they 500 and today people will come out and say I don't know what they're waiting for anyway. They say there is no redeclaration. When the word is telling them that it's a redeclaration. But anyway, having said that, I watched in your program last night. I waited and waited. Don't get the link. It's almost to one here. So more sekanga keep up with my dad.
Yes.
So I want to say this today. That program you did, Maz, anyway, of course, you told me you are going to the research, Ghana have paid off.
Yeah.
Was all this while, I've been very, 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 very angry with angry in Keneru no because angry gave him as because when had the car she can maka.
Yes.
You go down here, she can one not total. So I like them call people out direct. Na-asị ha kpọkwara gị ọkwa ihe na-emekwa aka ebe ka ị na-agba akpọkwara gị adekwere gị this information agbakwara gị this information. I told you this, I researched, I send it to you internationally. The result of the consequences of what those things people are doing are not in any way aligned with what the world is looking for. And for the hen make ignore. On record. Tomorrow night they'll come and say, oh, yeah, onye ọcha, nwaanyị nwanne anyị nwoke, ma agba dị obundu ma nwaanyị nwanne anyị nwoke, hapụ nene ya. Ịgwakwala ya what it takes. Ka o nwee ike rụọ good, ka ọ rụọ ọma ọ na-arụ, nwee ike banye n'ihe a na-eme. Ị na-etokwe na-agba n'ihe ọ na-eme dị mma, but o nwere ihe ọ na-eme isi. She's missing something that you want her to correct herself because in her good job. Anọkwazi m na-ele na video ka sọ gịnị kanụ nta kanụ kọsa ha eburukwe banyezie Israel yiri werezie ihe amanị mgbe kanụ nta ji wuru Jewish ama mgbe o bidoro worship ma onye anyị mawo nna Jewish wụ Hamadike For all these years, they went to Kanunta Look, all this thing is trying to project himself for anything. Anyway, a lot of people are matter. It doesn't make sense. I am not going to belong here, Mass, but I want to use this medium because I'm a lot of people now watch here to call out my master prophet, my Munye, my Rachel, the new DOS according to them. One, Ejim na call Makalun Takal, Anama Pohakahame themselves aligned with United States of Biafra. The time one now. Let nobody say he or she was not warned. Hamon aligned with United States of Biafra. Dr. Rabeze declared on the 29th of November 2024. They should align themselves with this project and let everybody work on it. No, the world can never recognize organization as a nation. It will never happen. No country will recognize IPOB as a nation. No country will recognize BGs as a nation. Nobody will recognize BUs as a nation. That is not going to happen. In this time, make a lawyer, a lawyer to Ohamadike, this and that. I don't know, but I went there. Sorry for Obatobi. I went to Obatobi. Here we pay. A closed gap appeal a long time. This appeal have been closed. Among why they are trying to scam our people by using a lawyer or one. Onye Brasin Hapotrasi no mahi hanako. Finland. He's not practicing in Finland. He has nothing to do, but he can advise. So among all this thing, anyway, I don't blame him because on him. You believe with he will endorse it and let it happen. I spoke with him in prison there. So we can't believe me. You believe Philip he to help any turn or that. So that's why. But the thing, how come my email with truth? You cannot go and lie and bring up something, cook up something, or when it's just in a PM will come out. So what Patazina, yeah, waste my time, my address. To me, I didn't say this, to me, I never said this. This will not make sense. Our people should mature more, my breast no comma. Now I can have to go with a Hanos with a Mamma. You can see that now. Can they proudly go to Finland now and say this to PM? Can they proudly call the PM now and say we are no longer with Imam Madhab right now? Because Imam Madhab no ma with Nkwacha, ma with Ofoma, ma Onyami, he's with them. Can they proudly go back now and say PM, we are no longer with Imam Madhab? Now PUC. Can they proudly say that to PM? Okay, yeah, that is why to show that these people are not genuine. So, Master, here, that is no reason for these people to continue to deceive people. And a lawyer, and Nnamdi Kanu when I appeal the sins. Any lawyer had the girl again. Oh, well, appeal and they close. A close appeal, when anybody would do anything about it again. A close up, he had a chance with the day of the appeal. So, in the Chogwanega, Finland, like we have Dr. Rabez herself have said, or not had to treat anybody from going for protest. He never came out from her. He never said anybody don't go. Also, he go your own, all your choice. In the court, you all your choice. So, I have to come out though.
Thank you so much, Olusegun God. Whatever you come, your own word of speech must be the same way. And there is one thing about what we are doing. Like I always use this word. Na family, a na-enwe ndikwa na ndị ekweghị. Mana ọ dịrị eme na eziokwu adịrị apụta ife. Ma ọ bụ na enwe ndikwa na ndị ekweghị. Ọ dịghị eme na eziokwu ama mpụta. And ihe fọkwara ma elu ma ala n'ụwa. Ndị be anyị sị na ọ na-eme alụchara ma ebulaba n'obi. The question bụ gịnị ka a na-alụla ama? Gịnị mere ga-eji wee bulaa n'obi? Ọ maka ndị ọjọọ. Ọ bụ taa ka ọ ma afụ anyị kwụsa. Anaghị m ekwu ya on my own. Na onwe ha mgbe anyị ga-adị n'otu wee were ofu wee nweta Biafra. Ọ dị ha possible. Ọmankwa omume. America nwere ndị ekwe ha. But the truth remains, those that did not believe in the integration of America, do they stop recognition? The answer is no. I have thrown many evidence, many more evidence from different countries proving that what we are passing through today has happened into many countries. But it never stopped the original declaration. That is where we are. So, whether they like it or not, whether show more Bryce no come, that is why I said that our program on Friday, open mic, should be why did the IPOB attack Simon Epa and condemn him? Now, why did the Bryce no come, Shomo come, Ruby Nadi, Genkerie, all these groups, why are they attacking US declare? Why are they attacking our DPM? If you can be able to detect this on Friday, then you will know why that's what they are doing will not stop. What if it happened that tomorrow that you have two groups who declared Biafra? I give you a name. There's an organization called Christian Nation in Algeria. Sorry, in Namibia. South Africa sponsored them to go and redeclare. South Africa was telling UN, if you're looking for anyone to recognize nation, Christian nation. And the world says no. You just come. They are here before you. Why is it the oppressor, the one telling us to recognize this? That is things that's happened in the movement like this. So whatever we are seeing today, I never change my opinion. I remove emotion. I remove what I stand is on the standard of instinct protocol, how Biafra should realize and achieve recognition. Now we have realized our country through our peaceful declaration. We are only seeking for recognition. Once this recognition is being happened to us, the case Ebuzalano, that is the time Biafra constitution will be used to judge. All na Biafra constitution when dog people na Biafra land. So, when is it going to start work? Many countries, their own start work, immediately achieve recognition, went down to their own territory. They call it, they use their own local law to sentence the people who was against the movement. So the same thing is happening in us. And for us to continue pushing, we must know that we have enemies around us. These enemies also make me to murder my sleep, for me to be raising my voice, if it is once in a day, to let them know that all of you can never win USB. There is no how. They call every organization illegality, and they call a government legality, the legal. So once you are on the legal part, so all these people today, we have all have a clear eyes. Nigeria government is using them to try to destroy what we are doing. That is why I trust the government. I love the government so much, because they focus on international. Our DPM said, that office you think that you are going, I am already out from that office before. So before you go, there is document of USB there. That thing is really send a lot of words into my mind. I say, simply means the government understand what they are doing. So I am telling every Biafrans who believe in USA declared that the only option you have is to align yourself with your country. If you do not, a time will come, you will beg, you will cry, and also use the word that I am bringing a message of reminder to you, to remind you. In the Bible, no people, Njaramarapa, Hadaino comes at last. I want to remove you from Hadaino. Biafra has been declared, and that is the standard protocol. We are on it right now. So nothing ihe a na-eme dị ka ifufe mmiri na-ebu ogwe, ifufe mmiri ogwe nọ ya ebe ọ nọ. Gbuore m ọnwa ka ntinye ka ọnwa na-eti ka ọnwa. That is all we are seeing. So we must stand now that we have gotten it right. Destiny can be delayed. It can never be denied. Document has sent to up to 200 something countries, who some of them, their name was mentioned, those in Africa was being mentioned, and many others like that. That is why at this stage, we have to focus. The new language for our DPM is what? Stay the course. The only course you have is Biafra, to become a full nation. That is what we are looking for. Not who will bring it. Anybody can bring it. I have also played here that a country like India has different. When one is arrested, second person take over. When second and third and fourth was arrested, the fourth take over, and the fourth achieve it. Why the second and fourth and first come outside and rejoin, and they all become a government of India for the first time. That is where we are. So whatever they are doing it because of the money. They are all being collected from Nigeria government. You know that many members of IPOB are frustrated human beings abroad. The only place they led hand to make ends meet is with them IPOB going to protest. Everyone protest that they feel up to today. Things are happening, you know. So that is why it is very important at this stage that we all focused and leave those who fall that will never rise. The Biafra concern will join them. Don't you also believe that if over 80,000 of American citizens was in exile from another country in the world, don't like all these people have already know that they will die and buried in country where they are. Many will not come back. Remark today's date that many who claim they are fighting for Biafra, once we use that recognition, they are not coming back again. That is why they know what they are doing. So my simple message is this: Shomo Okoma, Bryce Nokoma, all of you continue what you do. Not stop your madness, because you already know that you will remain where you are. You are not coming back to Biafra land. God's coming. Or there is people that the constitution will sentence to life imprisonment, and that's why I said in Biafra land I will lead a protest that the government should have a court of no appeal, where they will put all these betrayers, like what Ghana did in Africa. Ghana have a court of no appeal. Once they grab you after interrogation, they put you there. If it happen to be my brother, if you come to talk about my brother, they will give me 5 years. Everybody stay off and allow them for them to suffer for the sins that they committed. God, all these things will happen at this we are into. So my message is very simple today. I have proved to you that many countries in the world who try to go outside existing protocol of international law, that the world give order that no country should recognize them as a country. And because of we stand on this protocol, that is why the Biafran topic is moving all over the world, flying like a white fly, being spreading everywhere today. In a country where you are, there is a US document there. Go and take ID card and register that for you to know that you have a document in that country that serves you as a Biafran. Testimony is going everywhere. All one Europe and be attack. Only attack. All the company but always us here in go up to 200, and I'm here to prove it to you. Biafran map back to what map with brig, with IPOB, with BGC, with CLs, with the name only United State of Biafra. What else do you want? And with all the testimonies, and you are still doubting. You never believe that Biafra will be declared on 29. That is the same day you'll be sleeping. You might be on program using USB. If you not recognize Biafra as a country. So, my people, please, Madam Origin, final submission because of my time. I have work to attend today. My time is clocking seriously, so please have the mic.
Thank you. I just want to highlight on something. I want to let Biafrans know. You know, when we hear about all these bureaucracy, these protocols, you will be like, okay, they have advantages, they have disadvantage. When they, both UN and the government of the world are saying you must follow protocol, I think that was one of the reasons why Mazin Nnamdi Kanu couldn't move forward, because he needed to do that referendum, which UN uh, couldn't give us, because since 1945, 1960, 65, that we have been experiencing this pogrom and all manner of indiscriminate buying and wasting of life and resources. That should be enough. The fact that we have suffered so much in that contraption called Nigeria should be enough to give us our freedom. But no, they have laid down rules. And when Mazin Nnamdi Kanu goes to lay all these very evidence, the Eferen Boa, all the atrocities of Nigeria was right there on Eferen Boa, but they could not, tell him, take your people and go. That protocol still remained, which requires the referendum, which Mazin Prime Minister Simon Ekpa was able to successfully bring to book. So we have followed all these protocols and we are here. Now, the advantage of these protocols to us as United States of Biafra is that those swimiana create nonsense all over the place. This one, the other day, I see they have another group that they now have all kinds of names. They still lining up Mazin Nnamdi Kanu. When they finish with Mazin Nnamdi Kanu, they ditch him. They now call him names. When you have the other one, they call Prime Minister Simon Ekpa, Odogwu, Onyendu, my boss. When they finish all their kurukere, they now say they ditch him. So these protocols will help prevent these people from, jumping the queue, becoming, Nigeria trained them to be grab it, snatch it, run away with it. But Nanki Baza, Onya Malaha, they cannot grab it, they cannot snatch it, they cannot run away with it, because we are here protecting our mandate. And we have a wise woman. She has the zeal, she has the passion, and she has a lot of wisdom, and she is doing it right. So we continue to support Dr. Ngozi Oraboeze, our Deputy Prime Minister. The head of state, as at now, they she is the one that is piloting the affairs of our state. We give her all the necessary support. Come here, debunk all the lies, encourage our people. If you drink 2 cups of coffee a day, please take one and put the money for the second coffee. Put it inside the USB government coffers. A lot of money is needed for these diplomatic footworks, irrespective of the fact that we are not doing wotowotayana, the mkpurumbo side of it is for protection. So we have a lot to do with money. Funding the government is not easy. The Nigeria states have collected our everything, the oil, the taxes and everything, and they're not using it well. They're using it to oppress us. Any little one we have, we're supposed to help our government to get. I know everybody is talking about ID card. That ID card is also our passport. If we have enough money, our Agumwai, Dr. Ngozi Oraboeze, will go ahead, and because all these things take contracts and a lot of money, deposits to be made. So we do our best, Come out every day, continue to encourage our government. Thank you, Biafra TV. Thank you for all you do. Thank you to all well-meaning Biafrans. We have our country and we must protect our mandate. God bless you.
Thank you so much. God bless you too, because of well-addressed and well-articulated word from you. You know, one man can say that Biafrans who understand what we are doing most, if you listen to them, they always speak eloquently. That is what you had. So the evidence is there. There is no two ways about it. You know, when you are gallivanting around, you think what we have now is a government, and the first time after the war. So some may be confused. Like I said, on a make war for no people. I said a bambo came with a case of one big war for, nor one name of a war for, and they go for an hour in his Zugari. That is why in the NGOs team and the man walking that you need Zugari today, because they go for the Gama case here. The intention and their mindset is not what we have. We did not have the same mindset with them. Their own is to use it and make money, build their house, send money to their family, knowing that they're in abroad. And when they see someone who wants to end it all, they come against it. Yes, Maz Oluchiwa God, please, your final submission. Before I clock down because of my time is up.
No, happy good Odogwenu
Okay, go on.
The only thing, Biafra TV. Anytime I'm here, Madam Origin, please call me first, because before you call me, Madam Origin have taken all the word from my heart and spoken it, and so I'm lacking what I want to say again. So the only one clarification or what I want to tell Biafran is I borrow word from Dr. Ngozo Rebeze. Stay the course. We are on the right channel. We are inside the house. And the noise we are hearing are those outside the gate. And the gate have been closed. And let me tell Biafrans, what Nnamdi Kanu want is Biafra. What Simon Ekpa want is Biafra. And then Dr. Ngozo Rebeze, is holding that Biafra inside the house we are. And every day she opens the window to know if Simon Ekpa is coming or Nnamdi Kanu is coming, so that she will hand over the key, the Biafra, to them. So what are you waiting? What are you looking for again? And let me again make Biafra very clear. When Madam Origin come here say I'm a founding father or I'll read Biafra TV, I was in Finland about Professor Chioma Okoma. Initially, she doesn't want for Biafra to be declared. That's why she seized the vote. Is supposed to release that vote before the declaration. I'm supposed to do that and conclude everything before 28 or even before 29, before the convention starts. She doesn't want that. But immediately after she saw that Ngozi declared that Biafra and stopped Rafa Jere not to go and stop her, she doesn't know that Dr. Ngozi Orebeze is going to dismantle or how do I put it? Dissolve that she's going to dissolve all. Yes, and she doesn't know that she doesn't make it to that government that will be in this transition. That was her anger. Since that day, she found out that her name was not there and the husband's name was not there. She became angry with the USB. If not, why is she the second person to sign that declaration? I told the people I have the signature now. Professor Chioma Okoma, her signature is with me. I'm holding it. So if I say that I'm there, I am not just there. I was there and I know things that happened, Biafrans. I have everything in my hands and in my head. I was a testimony. I was a witness and I have the receipt. So that's the only thing I want to tell Biafrans. All of us, United States of Biafra, we are inside, united inside. Don't be looking outside for those who are talking or who are fighting. They are outside the gate. Who's a Mechiena? So as the Chino said, if there's no people that are offending or that are offended, USB constitution will have nobody to punish. Many people are going to receive punishment from the constitution. So there must be, and again, I want to support all of us can never, not everybody can we get Biafra. Not everybody will make it. So there must be punishment. And who are you going to punish? Is those people that disobeyed the laws of the land, the declaration of Biafra. They are going to be punished. So Madam Origin have said all what I wanted to say in my closing remarks. Thank you, Biafran. Stay where you are. Odogwenugwe is here. Remember what Simon Ekpa, the day they started hating him, he told DOS, remove your mind from what Biafrans are doing. That Biafran agree to go on sitting at home. If not, this Biafran will enter into autopilot. This is why they started from that day and call him autopilot. So, and Simon say, okay, where Biafran stand is where I'm going to stand. And that is where I am, what I'm telling you, where I'm standing now. I'm standing with the United States of Biafra. Stay here with me. Stay here with me. You shall not be disappointed. Madam Origin is here. Orichua God is here. And other peoples are here. And we have our indomitable, undefeatable, and trusted doctor, Okwa doctor, Ngozi Orabueze. Ibu Ora, na get away. Bye bye.
Wow. I see.
Odogwu Enugu, ị na-adọjikwa m o, ị dey-dodge me o.
Daddy, because you, Daddy, sorry. Sorry, I'm not touching you. You are Daddy now.
Daddy, God, please, I have the mic is for you. Before I go to Mommy Ojiugo, she's in the building.
Nne nke m anya ya Udo.
Okay, let me go to Mommy Origin. Madam Ojiugo, please. Mommy Ojiugo, please have the mic. You're welcome. Good evening from here.
Okay, good morning. Good morning. Those who have spoken. And okay, I think I saw Madam Origin there, that you my God. I thought I had a voice of Grace.
No, Odogwonugu.
Oh, okay. Good morning. We thank God for today, for the health of mind and body, and opportunity for us to gather together again, fighting for what belongs to us, which in a normal sense, so dealing with people with that are normal, we shouldn't be fighting for what your rightful owner. But ọ dịgono ka ọ ga-adị ebe anyị niile nwetara onwe anyị, and therefore we're not going to run away. We're going to pursue it, because when you have something that you cherish, that you love so much, that you can't do without, and somebody come and take it away or take it away from you, you're not going to fold your hands and say, okay, and then you're dying in silence. No, you will go after that. Now come and get away here. You know. So let's see this this our freedom as our baby, as our child that we cherish so much. You're not going to fold your hand to allow somebody attack or do anything to your child now. And this is what we are fighting for, the freedom of our children. So we're going to fight it with everything that we got. Everything. So my word this morning is a word of encouragement that to let the Nigeria must go, that we're not giving up to our baby country, United States of Biafra. We cherish so much. We love so much that people have lost their life and they're still losing, and people have been kept in bondage. So for them to know that we're ready to fight to finish, and we thank God that we're part of people that made that history of taking it to the right way, right direction, So I pray that we all will be alive and healthy to see that recognition, so that day, that first day, that country will forever be part of us. That day, like Mazen Nandakala said, they will ask, are these people mad? What's going on? Are they crazy? Yes, because we fought so much for it. I can't wait. I don't mind getting a loan to travel home that year. We'll plan it, we'll travel home, we'll enjoy and break and open champagne everywhere. That's my prayer. So that it's just a message to Nigeria that I just want them to understand how much that we're ready to fight for this freedom. That this freedom is our baby, and we need it by all means, whether good or bad. And my prayer goes to Mazen Namdekalo and Simon Ekpanjoko, the PM. We need him. We need him so much because he's the only one. He's the only one that I know, that I vow, that truly seek the release of Mazen Namdekalo. I say he's the only one because Dr. Ngozi Rabeze, is under Simon Ekpanjoko. So they are the people that sincerely, from the heart of heart, want the release of Mazen Namdekalo. No other person. What I mean, no other person is both the brothers, those hovering around him. But this is a man who has really shown, even found himself where he is right now, because he won the freedom of Mazen Namdekalo. So I pray that Chukwukike to take his seat on that day of appeal, so that this man will come out and with the speed will go so fast from where we are right now. He will take the mantle and will move with all speed. If you fall out of the road, please, those moving will continue moving. That's what will do. What happens when you go to war? If you fall, people pick you up, put you down somewhere. If they can, if they cannot, they leave you there. They continue. So that's the point where we are right now. Thank you, Chino, for this opportunity of educating us. And you don't know what you're doing, but we know, and I hope you will come to know what you're doing. because you can see a lot of us that are here learning a lot of things. Now, when we are talking and educating others, we have facts to give them. We have examples of countries who have done what we're doing now and where they are now. You made it possible to some of us who don't research or don't have time to even research. So we really appreciate you and say God bless you,
See?
and bless you in everything that you do. And all who gather here and those in the platform listening, God bless each and every one of you. It's not
See?
easy for your time. Time is so precious. Last night I listened, I logged in, but I couldn't participate because, I'm preparing for exam, you know, um, because this world is if you want to grow in life, there are steps, there are goals, you know. I told myself, if this is school, I'm not going back to school again. But after me here could be, you know, or not get if here could be rubber.
We feel be
Then
a robber.
exactly. So now I wanted something bigger, and now they said it got to be this way. It got to be this way. I've been avoiding it, but I'm not able to avoid it. So I ended up enrolling myself, back to study to take the exam in order to get the license that I'm looking for. So this is the word. Everything has a way. Everything has a process, and you must follow that process. Enweghị shortcut. Obodo oyibo anaghị enwe shortcut. Enwe shortcut, they can they will get you on a way somewhere, and then they repatriate you back, or you get into trouble. So I have to now, like, take a way to maneuver all these things. Like, what do I do? So what should I do? But I ended up like, you know what? I think this is just what I need to do to get to where I am looking for, to get a position that I want. So I had to roll myself back to school to get my license. Do you understand? So this is just our normal life. And so getting recognition and what the DPM and the cabinet are doing, it didn't fall from above. It's something that is written down. It's a process. It's a step by step to get to where you're going. So I thank everyone who is here listening. God bless each and every one of us. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you, Mama. Thank you for that. That's a wonderful one. I go straight to Igede son. Please have 5 minutes or
Okay,
4, please, or lesser
okay,
because of
okay,
time. Because legend,
okay,
yeah.
okay. Good afternoon, good morning, good night, good evening, depending your time zone. Mazi Chino. I am a citizen of United States of Biafra.
Yes.
Nigeria must go. I have a message for those who have been looking down on USB. I have a message for those who have used the name USB to make caricature. I have a message for those who see USB as nothing to them. I have a message for those attacking the genuine one that are in full of support of United States of Biafra. Not just only support, they support both financially, they support both contributing with the wealth of knowledge. God bless them. They also support in bringing an idea on the table. I have a message for those making those that stand as a media warrior, insulting them and abusing them. Yes, I know that all these things are part of the struggle. And my message for them is that onye ahụ kọrọ nwa ogiri ọnụ ga-emechakwa were ogiri lacha. Ọnụ ahụ kọrọ nwa ogiri ọnụ ga-emechakwa si ya how are you. Ọnụ ahụ kọrọ USB ọnụ ga-emechakwa were USB lacha. Ọnụ ahụ kọrọ nwa ogiri ọnụ Gemechekwa si ya how are you? Ona hụkọrọ ndọtọ Ngozi Orabeze. Gemechekwa ya pụọ ya na fonu. Mmadụ na nsogbu, ọ ga-emesịa kpọọ USB. Ọnụ ahụ kọrọ onwe ogiri ọnụ, ga-emechekwa were ogiri lacha. Ọnụ ahụ kọrọ onwe ogiri ọnụ, ga-emechekwa si ya wayo. Ọnụ ahụ kọrọ USB o, ga-emechekwa bịakwute o. Mgbe ọ danye n'ime olulu nsogbu, ọ ga-akpọ USB okwule, ọ ga-akpọ Dr. Ngozi Orabeze. Nne m gbatara na ụmụsị enyemaka, anọkwa m n'ime nsogbu. Olee ihe anyị ga-eme? Ọnụ ahụ kọrọ onwe ogiri ọnụ, ga-emechekwa were ogiri lacha. Ọnụ ahụ kọrọ onwe ogiri ọnụ, ga-emechekwa si ha wayo. Ọnụ ahụ kọrọ onwe ogiri ọnụ, ga-emechekwa were ogiri lacha. Ọnụ ahụ kọrọ onwe ogiri ọnụ, ga-emechekwa si ya wayo. Yes, that is my message for them. They are making jest of the government now. A time is coming, that same mouth that they are using to condemn USB, that same mouth they are using to fight those that are doing the needful, bringing something on the table. A day will come, they will fall into a pit whereby no one could be able to rescue them out. But they will use that same mouth to call on DPM, call on USB government to come and rescue them. Or you are doing this, you that is doing this, hearing my voice, and you are attacking the USB government, and you are attacking the woman that stood fearlessly when men bowing their face in shame and even want to turn the event into a party, and the woman say, no, this is not what we have been yearning for nearly a year. This is not what we have been working on, giving them sleepless nights. And say, even if it is the PM, under gunpoint, PM will not succumb. And what will be, will be. And that woman fearlessly stood on her ground and redeclared, give us a name that we are bearing today. In the global world, in the world power, in every international community, all the world powers you can think of, that woman stood on her ground. God will use her and give us a name that we are bearing today. That is why they are engaging it diplomatically. That is why any door or nation they went to and they submit that particular document, they give them a listening ear. Look at the testimony of one of our brothers from India, how they were like, they were making an investigation. There was an information that over a particular items, and after that investigation, nothing was found. And him and his wife, okay, his wife was arrested. A wife that give birth to a newborn baby was taken to what to the police station, and at the end of the day, the brother have to make a call and call the USB government, call DPM, and Dr. Ngozi Orabeze gave him instruction, the document to present. And when that brother adhered to Dr. Ngozi Orabeze, the document was submitted. Immediately the document was submitted and every other thing, and when the documents acknowledged those documents, they were apologizing, even giving instruction to give him a full protection. That is one of the benefits of the diplomatic work. That is one of the benefits of the declaration that happened on 29th of November 2024. And many people have not acknowledged. Maybe they are waiting for something they are working for cannot come for their rescue. Whereby the money they have and those they are looking up to, you cannot be able to rescue them. Maybe that is when they will now
Is Ike son, your voice is cracking seriously because of network. We can hardly hear you. Ike Jesus, your voice is cracking too much.
USB government, they will not look for phone number.
Yes, network has to him out. Let's go to Big Man in the building. Please, Legendary, please have the mic. Have the mic, please. Legend, are you there?
Yeah, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, you're welcome.
Yeah, first of all, I want to thank God for another day, a special day indeed. And something gives me joy again that I must have to say here. I want to thank God that this platform is growing. I think that is another good observation, because it is a sign where at least opening my phone and your broadcast pops up is a sign that indeed the platform is really, really growing. Well, let me quickly point out that it has not been easy, and it will never be easy. Like Mandela said, there is no, I think, no easy way to freedom.
Yes.
It has no shortcut. No easy way, no shortcut. No easy way, no shortcut. And that is why people who understand it calls it struggle. They use that word struggle when trying to express the issue of fighting for freedom. They call it struggle, because it's not just something you go into exam and write exam and pass exam. So it's an activity of struggle. It has a lot of struggle is in it. You don't sleep. You face physical, spiritual, mental, emotional attacks from here and there. So that's what they say that Mazen Namdekar will call it struggle. And other people or his followers and those who come later equally join him or borrow that word when he say in this struggle. So it means it is not an easy one. You have to be determined. You have to be structured, fashioned for it. If you are not, you fall out of the way. If somebody like me were to be in the shoes of Dr. Ngozo Rabeze, I would have fallen out. I know what is sustaining her, following the spiritual. When I mean spiritual, I mean spiritual. Somebody fall out from USB initially, followed Ogenkere. And that was the person, a woman, introduced this breaking of egg to Mazi Akwa. It was not Mazi Akwa's initiative. Later, that woman came and confessed. Her name is Judith Osazowa. She struggled to see if she can come up, be relevant, but because of her fall away from USB, nobody had heard about her. So she practiced all this spiritism. She's from Edo State. She was the one that confessed that I told Mazi Akwa to break this issue of breaking of eggs. So
this is my first time hearing that.
Yes, go and check her platform. Her name is Judith Osazowa.
I know her now. I know her. I do go to her platform. Her platform is not growing. Nobody watches her. But
it has fallen. It has fallen. It has fallen because then, if she was with USB, that would have pushed her platform. But she was Ogenkere then and tried again to come back to use USB. I don't know what they did. She fall out again. In fact, what I understood is that it's like that spiritual activity backfire. Sometimes she will put up some, she's a sculpturist, an artist. So she designed the Biafran whatever. So sometimes you see her program where she will put up some images and be doing some incantation. She speaks Latin very, very well. Yes.
Well. She's married. She's married to a white man.
It could be. So no, she was the one.
She videoed herself in the kitchen I watched that
Okay.
video where she videoed
Okay.
herself in the kitchen with the husband, a white man, and then the
Okay.
son that is, from the hair, is a mix. And then
Okay.
they were making food, and she was also in the dining videoing it, you know.
Thank you. Thank you. So I know she had a sculpture of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in her sitting room. I know that because she has pictures, some of those things. So she was the person, quote me or visit her program. She was the person. She came and confessed. I told him to do this. When the heat was on, if you do it, it will scatter them. As the egg is breaking, it time up. It was not Mazi Akwa's initiative. It was that woman. So why I'm saying this is that
Christ.
Dr. Ngozo Rabeze have faced a lot of spiritual attack. I know sometime when I read Emeka by Frederick Fawcett, the Biafran war writer, he wrote Emeka, the making of African legend. The Biafran story was another story. Emeka was another story. There was a time when Emeka expressed that when I feel emotional about the pain the Biafrans are going through, I shed tears in the dark. But when I come out, I cheer up to let the people know so that they don't see my tears. If they see my tears, they will be weary.
Yes,
And I know Dr. Ngozo
that's true.
Rabeze must have faced series of emotional,
That's true.
trauma or emotional issues that when she go inside, she say, why, if not for Biafra,
I'm
who are
telling you.
these to talk down on me? It's quite bad. Sometimes I am emotional too. I'm an emotional person. That is why I said if I were in her shoes, I would have given up. But thank God for the spirit she has. That woman is more than a woman. She's more than a woman. I don't know
She
her.
is.
I'm not trying to be sentimental. I'm trying to be realistic. I'm
More
trying
than
to,
a woman.
yes, to say my observation. She's more than a woman. A
Yes.
woman that can see all manner of attack and still be strong. Sometimes somebody came up and said, in her New Year and Christmas wish, she crossed her leg. Imagine.
I know.
These are
I know.
attacks. The man did not hear any other English. He did
No.
not hear the volume of speech from this woman. The
No.
only thing he observed was the crossing of the legs.
The
That was the
crossing of
only
the
thing
leg.
Okute Biafra observed. You see attacks. The one they call the other one they call writer. The other fake that use AI to drop some things, and that one has disappeared. I don't know. I can't remember his name. They say he's in.
After
I don't know.
coming to beg for money.
After coming to beg, the people nowadays, so you can beg for money. You are writing. Why don't this writing give you money? You disappeared till now. He hasn't written again. So what I'm trying to say is that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the same thing. These are strong leaders who have the mind. This man, sometimes you see him, you'll be emotional. He wants to cry, but he will hold back and use a hard voice to cover the cry. We do watch all these things. Mazi Simon Ekpa, sometime or once has shed tears while trying to, let us understand the ordeal of Biafrans. In fact, in the camera, he
Obama did
shed
it.
tears.
Obama did it.
Thank
You
you.
know.
Obama, I've watched this. So you hardly see warriors, fighters cry, but when they share tears, you know that it's very, 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 very,
Yes.
very touching. It is coming from the heart. So I want to ask and appeal and pray that God will continue by his grace to uphold this woman that is more than a woman. In fact, she's stronger than a woman. So going forward, let me quickly say, you see this issue of new DOS, new whatever. My brother, I have said it. I am very, very, very careful about that. I am not believing that. I have, when Mazi Simon Ekpa said, I'm not taking orders from the prison. This is just the reason. And you may be surprised that some people who are following USB or even those in the cabinet might, be thrown out. Bible said Jesus was telling his disciples, do not be moved by every wind of gospel. I think it was Paul that said that. Don't be moved by everything you see and everything you hear. Remain where you are. The greatest gospel that had never been preached within this time in this struggle was the gospel that this fake woman, this snake-tongued lady, I've come to say, he told me, tell everybody to remain where they are. That is the greatest message. Don't be moved by what you hear. Don't be moved by every wind of information. Remain where you are. Let us see what happens at the end of the day. You see this, imagine a lawyer who is not aplomb, who cannot speak to his understanding, let alone audience. Did you watch that guy? I don't know from which school he studied and I don't know from which school he graduated. Even some of us who came out from local secondary schools will challenge him in grammatical enjambments. Imagine, you come out yourself, you can't understand yourself, let alone your audience. You can't address because you are lying. Mazi Nnamdi Kalu sell autopilot. Mazi Nnamdi Kalu. What is Mazi Nnamdi Kalu's business with auto? Is it today that Mazi Nnamdi Kalu had this from the time he was in DSS dungeon? A lot of them, Madubugu and the rest of them, when they were kissing him, giving him, Judas's kiss, came and asked him to condemn Mazi Ekpa. They've given all these things to you. See, Aloy Ejimako is a suspect. Take it to the bank because he was the person that shared this rubbish that this guy came and put up. You see? So they are just using Mazen. Okay, now the question is, none of you is talking about Mazen Nnamdi Kalu coming out. All you are trying to do now is to break down every structure. In fact, the real structure, you want to make sure it is destroyed so that Nigeria will now shake hands with you. This was exactly what Ozakome did. Today, where is he? Where is he finding a job for? So this same Aloy Ejimako was he not the one who read paper, who was shivering, who was nervously reading, a paper given to him in a small room? Was it not the same person? These are two-faced people. If you don't win them, you join them. He has been jailed finally. So the business now is to destroy the structure. You see this Canon Takano, my dear brother, let's leave these guys. I am telling you. You see, all of them, they don't want to know about USB redeclared. What they're talking about is autopilot. And you see, most of them who fall out from USB or who are still in USB, they are now taking one of their legs back. Mazi have said, didn't you hear Mazi? These are just the thing. Now, let me come to the issue of Bryson Okoma.
Where did Simon get autopilot? It's from Mazi Nnamdi Kalu.
Yes.
He said there will Mazi Nnamdi Kalu, someone played it. There will be a point this struggle will get to autopilot.
Exactly.
Make a research of Simon Ekpa's video or that of Mazi Nnamdi Kalu. You will see Mazi Nnamdi Kalu using that word autopilot.
Everything that is happening, this man have said it. Mazi Nnamdi Kalu, even from who Kai was playing Lazuba's issue when Mazi Nnamdi Kalu said, very soon they will bought some of you. They will bought over. This man prophesied. Now, you come to Bryson. How can you come? You did not fight for appeal. It was not you from that fight for appeal. And you are using this, this lady and the husband is clenching so much on this appeal to buy people over to this their newly registered brigade. This is what they are doing. And let me tell us here, believe it or not, Bryson Okoma, the wife, Lazuba, Biafra Unite, these people are not hoping that Mazi Ekpa comes out anytime soon. Yes. If the likes of this faceless man is, why would you come out to say this man told you? Even if he says so, did he ask you to come and broadcast it on the air? These are some of the things. See, we should be reasonable. I try to be reasonable. I try to deduce meaning from anything anybody's saying. I try to be quite reasonable in any word. We are here. Yeah. we're here. Is it Madam Origin that is talking or
It's
Mazi? Who have been talking?
Ojugo.
Okay, Madam Ojugo, sorry. Yeah. Now imagine I had a talk with Madam Ojugo, maybe a phone conversation, a talk with her. Now I quickly come on air to start talking, maybe a mere discussion that I had with Madam Ojugo. When Madam Ojugo is my boss, she's my boss, and she never instructed me to do that. In that same line, I'm betraying her already, because she didn't ask me to come and say this to the public. When you reason with these guys, they are fake. I equally said this thing somewhere in one of our platforms, that you see me, even these so-called organizers of protests, I do not trust them. I'm not banking my trust on them. Because if you are planning a protest and you are using that protest to attack somebody who is a leader, who have followers, assuming everybody is in, there are factions, and you want to prepare a protest for a central point or a center point, and you are using it to attack a particular people, a particular set of people or person and his followers, it invariably means you are being segregatory. There is something you are doing, you don't want those people to come in. That is why I said, this is me talking. I do not bank my trust, even in any way, to those so-called planners or organizers of protest. Because from my assessment, they have derailed. You can't be planning a protest for a man who said, come together. You go to this platform, you talk down on Ngozi Orabeze, you go to this platform, you claim on what you are not, you are the gatekeeper. The immigration officer of Finland is you, Ifeanyi. The gatekeeper, the prison gatekeeper is you, major number one gatekeeper is you, Ifeanyi. The person that assesses anybody that comes from airport or any part of the globe is you. Then you will know that person, and an immigration official, you take him to your immigration office, assess him, and stand at the gate at the same time to know who comes where. Who are you? You see, this is one problem with me. And I don't know who is listening to me. Believe you me or not.
Because of my time, and I have Mommy
Okay, now because of your time, let me stand here to say
Friday
that
is a free mic, so we have our own time.
Yeah, Mazi Uzo have said something that I love to hear. Mazi Uzo said it. I was with this man. An appeal that been closed all day long, and group of persons are coming now to talk about appeal. You want to use it to, connect some people to yourself, bring some people close to you, or get followers that will back up with this, your third brigade that you have registered, you and your husband. Who is fooling who? So, my brother, I want to thank you, and I want to thank God. The platform is growing, and I want to pray that God will continue to give Dr. Ngozi Orabeze more wings to fly. Just like you said, Dr. Ngozi Orabeze said, before they come to that office, I'm already there. May God give her wings to keep flying. Thank you very much, and good evening from here.
Thank you so much, Legendary. Thank you so much for that. It's a wonderful one. Please, all my time, Madam Happy, you may please have the mic.
Yes, so my brother, sorry, I've been having network issue. When I come in, it kicked me out, so that's why I'm coming late. Sorry if I'm making you stay extra. Okay. I just want to support my sister Doreen. I'm guessing she's Madam Ojugo, and to also support Adam not here. Like Madam Origin said, we have sold our sleep. And so I just want to support everything you guys have said, and as a psychologist, to let you know that that lawyer was just lying. He was prompted. There's no honesty in him. And also to throw more light about this match. I've said it before, maybe on space. Listen, onye nọ na nga
Chonye ya fuya. You don't need to tell me that PM Amaron in the Indiabo. So far like this match now or whatever you want to call it, Jegwea that Nafacho email something for him. Or massive famba. Okay. So but the motive behind India's can you will our tongue we guzia ezani based on their action and inaction. So and what they want to do. And we are not going to let them win. All we needed every two Biafra is when is the appeal. Onye Chijenu Oje, disregard all the hypes, disregard all the notice me, imandi bani, fana like ije zolafa. Ifefe ama wike me, otata ka appeal bia, otata, okwa this thing that is happening, or that Nanya Maro their game, okwa family during MNK, anyị na-akwụ Bruce Fed, anyị na-akwụ Bruce Fed. At the end of the day, anyị afụzie go ne fan enye Bruce Fed. Just to get our people and nwekwebe fa patch ne scam our people. Onye ọbụla bụ professional malo that as a professional even developed country, you can't go from one state to the other just general fill up premium. Premium? Yeah. It might just general any state, general a practice, not to talk about transcontinental. Unless Nafab that he will just act as an advisor. So as long as they are the one going to fund it themselves, idea in their cocoon, na nalu Biafra go or anything like that. And the good thing is that PM nowhere aburo ordinary person or by a lawyer. So getting advisors, or let's not find a charter international lawyer, ye wike do from continent to continent. Because Finland is an European country and America is South America. So that's one continent to another. So maybe but our lawyer to educate our people about how these things work so that nobody will be deceived, because they are always looking for way to make money. They not go abroad how many years, they make go, and they've been eating from this struggle. So to stop them, so you can see what we are dealing with our brothers. How much more Britain, how much more France, how much more in China, how much more the newest one now that want to join to start milking us. So it's always difficult sometimes to stop those things, but to worry by Chukuyali. So that's just what we need to understand. And when it comes to, that's why I came in, just to put more light into it. Everybody has a right to talk nonsense. Otata Kanyin Mubana, Mazi Kanu said, Mazi Nandi Kanu didn't say. And that's what we don't want to happen with our PM. And they've started it. This lawyer angle, now they want to go. Please, people, give us another script. This is not the first time we are seeing the script. They use it to the maximum during Bruce Fane, right? What did Bruce Fane do at the end of the day? What did he do? But remember how much they've used him to do for the court deal with Bruce Fane.
They did not even allow him inside the court.
And apart from that, my sister, Chetekwa ego ne fanenye, fasina fanenye. At the end of the day, it was a lie. Fasi 80,000, but they were not giving him 80,000. In the handle that one, we look at that opportunity, core deal. We will look the struggle of your people, the suffering of your people. Now, cool deal. So that is all they are doing. So all we need to know, anytime we caught this thing, our government should come and tell us, the independent media should carry it. That is the only way we can remove all these miscreants from using it. Like my brother just said, legend. Oh, Famabu, I've gone to a country from to visit somebody in jail from the country I'm in now. All you needed to do is to go to their embassy. Fenyelu
I have said it here. If you want to go
you
to
go to
Finland,
their embassy,
I have
malu the
all
process.
the place of Obato here in Finland. If you want to go to Finland, contact me. I have where you can book your flight, where
Stop
you will
going-
land and the nearest place.
Yes,
So,
stop going through people.
People need to stop going through people. That's just the main point.
Yeah, stop going through people.
Yes.
We're in the 21st century.
Yes. They need to stop it.
Ije na the Finnish embassy. Is if I look, so person on a jail. Imagine the only a little bit why a little bit difficult, but but they have interpreter.
They have interpreters, yes.
So you can go to the embassy if you don't want to use. It's even online. You can make appointments online. DPM abiago guno, but because no na church self-relevant or if any bundi bani self-relevant to kidikwa relevant. In a relevant neighbor Simon or ya the freedom.
Thank you. Because of my time, I have only
Okay,
3
thank
minutes
you. I will leave it at that. We'll talk some other time.
On Friday is an open mic to every Biafran to discuss on all these matters arising. And also that day, I'm going to also give a research of that no lawyer and even the back of Finland law that say that there is no outsider to handle a case of anybody in Finland once you are not present in Finland. I have it here already. So by Friday, use it and go moderate.
Okay, another thing I'm going to tell you about the court. I made a research and I've talked to, let me just keep my stuff to myself. The court contains 20 people. The court contains 20 people, and because it contains 20 people can enter. Then during the break time, those who entered first can now step out so that those who have not entered can enter.
Second session, yeah. After break,
yes,
second group.
Yes, and with other came with 3 sections. I think either 3 sections. Yeah, I think it's about 3 sections. So it's 20 per section. To the space they have inside there is 20 per section. So go straight. Go straight
Friday,
to where you're going.
For my time, Friday, we are going to go all this throughout on Friday. So I have only 5 minutes, which is I'm going to give Bishop Onaga 2 minutes and the Ocho Master 2 minutes maximum, so I can be able to leave because I'm already dressing up for work. That's why I mute my camera. So please manage me in this way until you come back on issue of what's going on in Finland and everything on Friday. Open mic straight away on Friday program. So thank you for that. Bishop Onaga, please have the mic. Onaga, you there? Bishop Onaga, you close to your mic? Your time is counting. Bishop Onaga.
That Bishop Onaga name irritates my ears.
This one Bishop Onaga not gonna find this sabot.
I beg, make the Onaga no irritate your ear.
Let me talk. Okay.
Yeah, please go on. You have only 2 minutes. Maximum Onaga, please go on. We can't hear you, Onaga. We can't hear you. Can't hear you. Your time. I can't hear you. Onaga, on mute. Okay. Onaga, hold on, please. Ocho Master, please have your 2 minutes. Maximum because of my time.
There, I will just make 1 or 2 sentences, then I'll drop. You see, thank you very much. Thank you. I think Madam Origin is here and every other person here. I couldn't see you. Onaga, Manama number Onaga and Kenagana, Onagana, draw some wine. Mazi at TV, I greet you. Thank you, dear friends. I don't know what is the topic much because I just joined, but I listened to our sisters talking about going to Finland. And some time ago, we have deliberate on this. Many of us have spoken over it. Our people, I don't know, is it lack of knowledge, lack of research? What I mean by research, you don't need to go deep. Just go through your Google and ask. If you're afraid of going to embassy or calling the consulate, because some of us, when you talk about embassy, some people may be agitating about that. Just go on your Google and type research about the prisons in Finland. Then make your then follow the procedures there. Request for whom you're going to see. If not, if you have the capacity to go to Finland, just take your flight, go there to even the prison gate there. You will get every necessary information. You just that you're a novice, you just come, you have somebody to visit. They will give you more listening ear than those who are aware of that. Probably, if it depends on your interaction with them, interaction on that day, they may allow you to see your Obatobie. That is that. There is no need of going around. And let me tell us here, we have said it time of time. Even in Nigeria, in zoo, you don't need to go and ask somebody to authorize you, and an individual like you to come and authorize you that you want to see somebody in prison. It doesn't happen. Even the prosecutor, so far as that person have been condemned and put into prison, prosecutor have no right to tell you when to go or not to go, or even judge. You only have case with the prison authority, which when you go there, they will give you their timetable. They will ask the person that you are coming to see if he or she is aware, or that is he or she eager to welcome you or to hear from you. Then if the person said yes, they will open the gate for you to go in. And again, I don't know why this 3 person to visit Obatobie at the same time. That I have not understand the reason why. So far as prison is concerned, or the system is concerned in the world, the one that I know, you can only go there and visit the person one in one. Nobody is authorized to be there with you, unless if they are trying to spy on PM. If that happens, that means something is wrong. Then if that happens, a man that will have to be questioned why that thing is going on. Him and those that is working with in Finland, including the ex-wife of Obatobie, and that have to be brought to the notice of Obatobie. In this world, I've never seen where you are compared to go with a different person you don't know. Not that maybe I come with you together to go and visit Obatobie. You must have to wait for an external body to go there in 3. I don't know why. So that is what what I don't understand. But apart from that, go to the Latin Finland where PM is, request, they will grant you. There is no need to fear, there is no need to agitate, nobody will catch you, nobody will arrest you. Anybody in Finland telling you otherwise, that person is a criminal. That is how it works in Europe. That is how it works in the Western world.
Thank you
very much.
Thank you, Pastor. Please, may
God bless you.
We will continue.
Okay, may God bless you, my brother.
So much.
Yes,
we are waiting for you. Everybody including documentation.
Thank you all, and have a wonderful day.
Yeah, thank you to you all. Bye for now. We'll see you again tomorrow.
Okay.